Hello, and welcome back to Chitterbug.
Yeah.
It's something a bit different this time.
We're doing a tier list.
Yes. So I've put together a tier list of all of the games that Motts and I have played that would be Lovecraft or Lovecraft adjacent. Most of them are Lovecraft adjacent. as a fun little thing to do. We had discussed this idea like a while ago.
Yeah.
And so I actually went and put together. This is actually my first time using Tier Maker, so
Yeah.
so obviously I wrote down like a brief little description because basically we've kind of talked about this, but I'd also want it to be kind of apparent what the vibe of the tier list would be. So there's a collection of just about every game that Motts and I have played that's either set in Lovecraft Mythos or is Mythos inspired or has a general Mythos vibe.
Yeah.
Now, when we say, like, Mythos, we're, of course, referring to
The Cthulhu Mythos.
The Cthulhu Mythos. And anything that kind of branches off from that.
I mean, if you think about it, the quote-unquote Cthulhu Mythos is basically a bunch of branching off, like, things, ideas, because it was like a circle of authors who kind of are all building on this one idea.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, many authors and creators have put their own spin on it since then.
Yes. So we're talking eldritch horrors, we're talking, like, existential dread, like, that sort of basis.
Yes.
Not all of the games in here are stuff that both of us have played. Some have been played by only one of us, some have been played by both of us.
And I see some of them are things that haven't been finished yet.
Yes, there are definitely
Looking
stuff
at
that...
Gibbous right there.
Yes, there's definitely stuff that hasn't been finished, and obviously we would be giving our judgment based off of what we have experienced.
I have a question. Are we
Yes.
ranking them as to how much we enjoyed them? Or are we ranking them on, like, doing good repping the Cthulhu Mythos?
Okay, so I did actually write a note on that.
Oh, wonderful!
So games should be judged based off of whether we would recommend them.
Oh, okay,
Is this
cool.
a good game?
Yeah.
As well as how it feels in as a Mythos-like game.
Okay, cool.
Just because something is seeped in the Cthulhu Mythos doesn't inherently make it a good game or make a good representation of the Mythos.
Yeah.
However, something that, like, is... like, we might find science like, this is a really good game, but would I recommend this to somebody looking for, like, a Mythos-like game? No. So it might get, like, docked some points.
Right. I got you.
But first and foremost should be, is this something that we would recommend somebody playing?
Yeah, gotcha.
At least
Gotcha.
that's the metric I had designed this for.
Cool.
Maybe we'll start it and then be like, let's tweak the rules a little. Also, to explain, again with like the Mythos-like things, a lot of this is going to be subjective.
Oh, yeah.
Like some things were included because I had seen them be described as Lovecraftian, and I was like, I can kind of see it. Whereas other things would have some of the kind of Lovecraft elements. The example I gave here is Dragon Age has horrors that come from dreams.
That's very Mythos-like.
Yeah, however, it's much more about demons and fantasy.
Yep.
And thus doesn't really hit the Lovecraftian vibe.
Yeah.
Similar tropes, but different application.
Perhaps even, like, pulling some amount of inspiration, but is rooted more in the dark fantasy, in the demons, and, like, whatnot.
Yes.
There's, like, nebulous zones everywhere.
Yes. There's gonna be lots of nebulous zones. I'm sure there's plenty of games I still missed, and or would be like, oh, that probably should have been counted there. But
Yeah.
or some stuff that's like, that's maybe pushing the definition a little. But
well, yeah.
Shall we get started?
Let's get started.
Okay.
We going in order that you've placed them here?
Yes, I have placed them based into 3 categories. Of course,
Okay.
that is Mythos Direct, Mythos Inspired, and kind of Mythos Vibe.
Okay.
The first group, and they're in alphabetical order in each category, so.
Oh, okay.
The first group is Direct. This is a Mythos game.
Perfect.
So, speaking of which, Arkham Horror.
Now, this one's I've played.
Yes.
I believe this is this is an older game. It is a remake of, a TTRPG module, I believe. It's pretty fun. I haven't completely finished it, but mostly because, the mechanics are old game mechanics, so a little clunky, but I found it fun. I think it is fairly good. If you're okay with playing an older game that's going to be more clunky and going to be more... You're going to have to put a little bit more investment into getting through it because it doesn't have your modern standards, right?
Yeah.
It's good. I think it's fun. Yeah, I haven't finished it, so I can't say that, it's good all the way through. I can't quite say that. But, what I've played, I have enjoyed it quite a bit. I've been meaning to get back to it, actually. I just keep getting busy. But, no, I think this is a solid B for me.
Solid B.
Solid
tier.
B.
Starting out strong.
Start strong.
Okay. Now. In polar opposite direction. Call of Cthulhu, the official video game.
D. It's not quite an F.
Not quite an F.
Okay, we should probably give our fucking reasoning for this.
Okay, so here's the thing, and here's the reason it's not quite an F.
We should probably explain it as a game.
So,
but yeah.
Call of Cthulhu, the official video game, is, as you may have suspected by its title, the official video game for
The
tabletop role-playing game Call of Cthulhu. No, it's not based off of Call of Cthulhu, the story.
No.
It takes some elements from Call of Cthulhu, the story, but is based on the TTRPG.
It's a wholly original story from what I can tell. It promised a lot of things. It didn't deliver on any of the promises.
Yes.
But judging the game as it is, it's still not a good game.
So, the game, and also, here's another thing. The game's beginning was developed by Frogwares, which is a studio that Motts and I really enjoy.
Yes.
And pretty universally, when people discuss this game, the first part of the game is the best part.
It's the best part of the game.
At a certain point, the game kind of goes off a cliff. I think the exact point is a bit debated.
It's a bit debated, but I think... I personally, as soon as you get, your quote-unquote 3 party members, just stop the game. Okay, maybe play the, I wouldn't even play the, because, the scene with, the Dimensional Shambler is really cool, but the gameplay for the Dimensional Shambler is hot garbage.
Yeah.
No, it's bad.
To explain that particular detail, there's a pretty interesting idea of a Dimensional Shambler, which is
It's a monster from the Call of Cthulhu game.
Yeah. It's typically invisible, and moves through surfaces. This one is coming out of a painting. Pretty neat.
Yeah.
To kill it, to get rid of it, you need to stab the painting with a specific knife of, a series of, knives that are being held in this gallery. Okay,
imagine a room full of knives, and there's one specific knife you have to use, which is fun in concept, but not the way they executed it.
Yeah, so you need to sneak around past this thing repeatedly.
The stealth mechanics are garbage.
Yep.
As they always are in video games, but this one's particularly bad.
Keep in mind, this is not a stealth game.
It's not a stealth game.
It will not have good stealth mechanics. You then you get a knife.
I think this is the first stealth thing in the game, too, and the only one.
There's a couple stealth things. This is the first time it's really, really important. Mm-hmm. You go around, you get a knife, you take the knife to the painting, you stab the painting, it doesn't work, you have to go back.
And find another knife. And until you find the right knife.
I'm pretty sure also every time you stab the painting, it pisses off the dimensional
channel.
channel.
Yeah, and it'll come get you.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think you can just beeline to the right knife. I think it's randomized.
It's randomized,
every time you die.
I believe it's randomized. It's in a different place every time you die.
Which you will die. You will die.
You will die.
It was very unpleasant. And it doesn't get any better from there.
Yeah.
Like, the first bit, very strong start. You are investigating the death of a painter who died in a fire and was blamed for the fire, but I think like her brother or her father was just like, I got a painting from her after she died.
Yeah.
Please go find out what happened, and you get roped into this whole conspiracy.
Yeah. And you're supposed to be solving the mystery, because Call of Cthulhu is a mystery game.
Yeah.
First and foremost, as a TTRPG, you are an investigator solving usually some sort of mystery.
And like your party consists of like yourself, a private investigator from out of town.
Yeah.
Probably our favorite character, Bradley, I believe his name was.
Bradley was really fun.
He is like the only police officer in this small town that isn't part of the cult.
Yep.
And his sister, who's a nurse at this like hospital, that is also part of the cult. She's not part of the cult, the hospital is.
Yeah.
The three of you are fighting like a cult that basically spans the entire town.
It's like they wanted to also do Innsmouth, but they wanted also there to be some people who aren't involved in it.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but it's not executed particularly well. It's confusing. It's frustrating. We learn one thing and then the other, and they don't really connect super well as a story or as, like, game mechanics. Like, it feels like one level to another is a different thing, rather than building off of, like, newly learned skills and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just... This game is a mess.
At some point in time, you acquire the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
Was just in this town, I guess.
I guess so. I think they just kind of kitchen sinked it just a little bit, but in a different and more negative way than Sinking City.
Yes.
And I say that we're gonna get to Sinking City soon, I'm sure. And,
yes.
You know, it's just in the worst ways. It did all these things, in my opinion, in the worst ways. I really was very disappointed by this game. I wouldn't put it in F because I don't think it deserves an F. There's still some entertainment to be had, but like I would be like, I wouldn't. There are better games. There's Sinking City.
We'll get to Sinking City.
I can't wait to talk.
Okay.
Sinking City.
Unfortunately, Matt, we won't be able to talk about Sinking City forever. There's quite a few games after Sinking City.
That's not as many. Anyway.
Next up, Conarium?
Hang on. Is it Conarium? Conarium. It could be Conarium. I don't know if I've ever said that out loud. Yes, I've played this game. Have you played it?
I sat over your shoulder while you played it.
It was fun. I would probably also place this one on a B. This one is a walking sim like Cthulhu game, in which you are basically playing, I believe, the Mountains of Madness, to be perfectly honest. I think it's just straight up the Mountains of Madness.
I think it was based on the Mountains of Madness.
Yeah. It's like I think it is, like, diverting a bit, and kind of, like, expanding on things, but I believe it is basically the Mountains of Madness. We delve into, like, the Elder Things and stuff like that, and you're in Antarctica, or you're in the Arctic of some variety, and you're trying to, like, put together what happened to your research team while, like, getting into, like, these ancient ruins underneath the frozen wastes.
Yes.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the unwinding story. So, it is a walking sim like horror game. You are basically kind of going from beat to beat, and I personally like that. I personally don't mind games like that because I feel like it's just a different type of game. It's just like kind of being a part of an interactive story, even if like there's not a lot of gameplay. But because there's not a lot of gameplay, it is also, it's a walking sim. It's not super much like that you're able to sink your teeth into. You're kind of just sort of unwinding. There's a couple puzzles, I think, and that's kind of it, to kind of figure out what happened to the expedition team and what are the Elder Things and what is like all this underneath the station and stuff. I do enjoy it. I would recommend it if you like Lovecraft and the mythos and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I basically agree with all of that based off of the experience I had of watching you play it. So,
yeah.
Okay. Gibbous.
We haven't finished Gibbous.
A Cthulhu adventure.
We've not finished this game, and probably won't. I have considered trying to push past the one bit of it we stopped at.
Yeah.
And I guess this is a solid D or C for me. Like it is fun. It's a little dated, but the reason that we stopped was because like the voodoo stuff. That was kind of egregious.
Yeah.
That was
like one of the first things that like you get into after kind of like the prologue there is having to interact with I forget what
I think they called him the Voodoo King or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And I'd like to say that the team are
Transylvania.
They're from Transylvania.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand there being some cultural like disconnection. They clearly did research.
Yeah, like...
But we don't live in a place that has, like, a very large, if at all, like, Voodescent or Voodoo community.
Mm-mm.
However, like, this is something that we have learned about through other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it being a very demonized, like, religion and cultural upbringing... It like seeing it like seeing or hearing it immediately puts both of us on edge.
And we were both like, no, we don't want to spread that kind of demonization if we can help it. So
yeah, even if it's not intentional demonization.
Yeah, even if it's not intentional. Yeah. So judging the game outside of that, I did find it fun, if not the humor a little dated.
Yes.
Like. It's a good point-and-click adventure. Yeah, I would say D or C.
Would you consider it to be above or equal to Call of Cthulhu, the official video game?
I don't know if you can really compare the two.
I don't think you really can.
I enjoyed it more.
I will put it in C tier.
Okay. Probably a low C.
Low C. Okay, Sherlock Holmes the Awakened.
A for Awakened, in my opinion. Sherlock Holmes the Awakened is the most recent Frogwares game, right? Did they do anything else besides out from that? Like
yeah, it is the most recent released Frogwares game.
Yeah.
As of the moment, Sinking City 2 is on its way.
I'm so excited. Anyway. Sherlock Holmes the Awakened is a short but fun Frogwares Sherlock Holmes game. Like, it seems to still take place in the same universe as the chapter 1.
Yes.
Which is fun, because chapter 1 Sherlock Holmes also we were kind of like, something's going on here. The Awakened I find fun. I think the gameplay is fun. I think the story is fun. I think if anything, it's a little short. I would place this as a solid A to me. To me, this is a solid A game.
I think I would agree with that. Sherlock Holmes The Awakened definitely is I definitely have a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
I probably, if we were to break things into smaller tiers here, I'd probably put it on kind of low A.
That's fair.
There are a couple of parts that I'm this probably could have used some more love, and it's very there was an original Sherlock Holmes The Awakened.
Yes,
this is a
remake.
remaster.
Remake of. Yeah.
I don't actually know if it's a remaster or a remake, but they definitely kept a lot of the same things. It might be actually just full remake, just using the same plot.
And I think they had changed something or added something, or maybe they subtracted something. I'm actually not sure. I know there was a bit of a change to the story.
Yeah.
Which could have been limitations too, because this is a Ukraine gaming studio.
Yes.
Something that they talk about their experiences quite often. I don't remember what was the change there, but I remember there was something that they changed up.
I would definitely recommend pretty much any of the Frogwares games. Awakened, definitely, if you are looking for a Lovecraft vibe. Mm-hmm. Chapter 1, certainly, both of us really enjoyed.
I really like Chapter 1, and it's quite expansive. There's quite a bit to it.
It's a bit open world.
Yes.
So if that's not a thing for you, then I definitely recommend Awakened over Chapter 1.
Awakened is more linear. But if you like open world more than linear, Chapter 1 is an open world and with lots of side quests and different things that you can get into and not just the main plot.
You can see all the wacky places John hangs out.
Yes.
Okay, there are your schedules, everyone. It's Sinking City.
Sinking City S tier.
This is a controversial opinion.
This is such a controversial opinion, and I don't give a flying fuck that this is a controversial opinion. Sinking City is one of the best Cthulhu Mythos games, period. End of story.
So the general premise of Sinking City is that you are going to a place called Oakmont, which in itself is as far as I'm aware, completely original Mythos location.
It is a completely original Mythos location.
That Frogwares built.
It's in Massachusetts.
Currently. It's currently in Massachusetts.
It's currently in Massachusetts.
It moves, actually.
Yes. It is outside of, it's adjacent to Boston and Innsmouth.
Yes.
Boston is the big city nearby, and Innsmouth is its sister town.
Yeah,
and they have a bit of a rivalry with Innsmouth.
They had a rivalry with
Innsmouth.
It takes a lot of the Lovecraft mythos as just being straight canon.
Yes.
Innsmouth, the Shadow over Innsmouth happened. Innsmouth was bombed.
Yeah.
By the U.S. military.
Mm-hmm.
The survivors fled to Oakmont.
Yep.
So now we have Innsmouthers.
The sizable Innsmouth population in Oakmont that are refugees.
Yes. A thing that Sinking City does, too, is it has the mythos just sort of present.
When I said, sinking... When I said, kitchen sink, but in a bad way for Call of Cthulhu...
Yeah.
This is kitchen sink in a good way. This is so dense. We're constantly finding new stuff, and it was cool.
There are brains in jars. Mm-hmm. There's the college present is a branch off of Miskatonic,
yep.
which we were very ecstatic for.
Yes.
It plays around with a lot of stuff that's both original to itself and kind of teasing into other things. One of the characters is a representation or maybe an aspect or an avatar kind of unclear.
A little unclear.
The king in yellow.
Yep. Johannes.
Yes.
You meet him very early.
You meet him there. He is like your constant like ally for like most of the game.
Yes.
And
he owns a theater.
He is in charge of the was it like the King's Gang?
Yes, in charge of the King's Gang. There's several like factions. In Sinking City is also an open world.
Yes.
Of which half of the city is underwater, so you have to traverse with a boat. The boat mechanic can get a little weird sometimes, but it's probably the worst of the... And it's not that bad once you get used to it. It's better than other boat mechanics. They kind of fixed the boat problem in Awakened, which good job, especially if we're gonna have a Sinking City 2. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a bit of like, let's get this down before we do the sequel.
More boat.
More boat!
But Sinking City, very, very good. I really enjoyed all of the factions. I enjoyed all of the quests.
The story, the characters, how steeped in the mythos it was. They know what Cthulhu is. They never say her name, but they know who Cthulhu is? Yes. I don't think most people know Cthulhu had children.
Yeah.
Also,
let alone could name them.
It's good. It's good, and it's fun, and the world is fun and colorful, and it does its own thing while also being very true to like the mythos. I can't gush enough about Sinking City, and I love it.
Yeah, we could easily have an entire episode just talking about Sinking City.
Yeah,
but that's also why I'm like I got 41 things in total, and Sinking City's pretty early in the list.
Sinking City, if you like the Cthulhu mythos, if you like the Lovecraft mythos, and you like open world, and you want like a game that's just seeped in that shit, play Sinking City. It got some bug patches in the last couple of years, by the way, because there was a whole drama about this with the publisher. Frogwares' publisher stole it briefly, but they've gotten it back. So all of the money that is purchased through Sinking City right now goes to Frogwares, the creators of the game.
Yeah.
Man, if I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it keeps happening.
It's sad it's happened more than once.
It's sad that it's happened more than once. It's just a really it's a gem. It got a bad rap early on. Some YouTubers gave it some, bad reviews or something. It is it's not it's groundbreaking, gameplay or anything. But, it's a solid game with, really, if you just enjoy the mythos, you enjoy these kind of games, it has so much to dig into, and it's such a unique setting with unique characters in a unique world. I can't gush about it enough.
Yeah. I will have to stop Motts from gushing about too much.
But I want to talk about it. I'll just keep bringing it up in every other game.
Okay. Up next, the Alien Cube. This is another Motts game.
I've played this. The Alien Cube wasn't bad. A bit linear, kind of your standard indie game. It was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. Solid B or C, I would say. A low B, high C. It was good.
Well, I mean, B or C.
Okay, it's definitely lower than Arkham Horror and Conarium, so let's put it in C, and maybe that will change if I, get more C's, and I'm Cube is actually a bit better. Land of Pain, though.
Land of Pain.
of
Spiritual successor, I think, is what it's listed as.
I think it's listed as a spiritual successor to the Alien Cube. This is I really didn't like Land of Pain. Land of Pain's...
I remember you complaining about it a lot.
It hurt me. It hurt me, but not in the way that I want a game to hurt me. It hurt me in the way that, I didn't like playing it. It was unpleasant. The gameplay was unpleasant. The trying to figure out what they wanted from me at any point was unpleasant. I think this is an F. I'm sorry. It's from the same dev and whatnot. And I can tell that they were trying. I really didn't like Land of Pain. I'm sorry, man. I hope you're doing good, Dev. Okay.
It's alright.
I hope you keep making games. I'm sorry, though. I didn't like that one as much.
Okay, this next one is one that we actually played together.
Yes!
The Shore.
The Shore! The Shore. The Shore for sure.
So, I can at least give my thoughts on The Shore.
You give your thoughts. I've talked enough.
The Shore is kind of similar to that Call of Cthulhu, the official video game, and Sinking City and being a kitchen sink of the mythos.
Yes.
However, for me personally, I find The Shore very haphazard in its delivery. Things just sort of happen. Like, you are, I think, you're trying to, like, get back, like, a loved one that you lost.
Yeah, you lost a loved one, and you're trying to get them back.
And you maybe, like, Nyarlathotep's driving you mad, and that's what's going on, or you've been shoved into some pocket dimension, that's what's going on.
Like, crashed or washed up on this shore. Credits roll. Like,
I'm not entirely certain what was going on.
It definitely was one of those games where we're like, the whole time, okay, but what is happening?
Like, at one point
I was entertained the whole time, but I was confused as well.
There's, like, an obelisk that starts walking around, and it's like, okay, that's kind of
interesting.
And then, like, you summon Dagon, and Dagon starts riding the obelisk.
And Dagon jumps on the obelisk and starts riding away on it. That was pretty fun.
And it's just like, what is going on? It's like Fever Dream.
You want a Cthulhu fever dream, play The Shore.
Yes.
Positive.
Like, I know, like, Yog-Sothoth is involved in some capacity.
There. The Black Goat of the Woods is there. We mentioned Nyarlathotep.
Yeah. I could not tell you what the entire, like, what is going on in The Shore.
Duff.
I personally would put this at C tier.
I think high C tier. But I kind of agree. It's definitely in between Sinking and Call of Cthulhu in the kitchen sink department. It's aimless, but it's fun. And if you enjoy just Cthulhu Easter eggs, the game, with some fun puzzles and maybe not so fun combat, because there's like this scene where like the deep ones come hit you and it's just like, what the fuck? It's kind of a little bit difficult to get around them because they're in a tunnel.
Yeah.
I would say high C, but I do agree. I think it would be a C. Yeah. It's
cool.
Fun. It's fun, but like in a fever dream kind of way.
Yeah.
Of like what is happening. It's entertaining though.
Okay. We're gonna get into a real wild one next. The Testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith.
So this starts This is
the end of the Mythos Direct games.
Yeah. Testimony of Trixie Glimmer Smith is a visual novel.
Yes.
It's excellent in my opinion.
It's a visual novel by a trans woman, Digital Poppy.
The main character is a trans woman named Trixie Glimmer Smith.
Yes, and the entire game is quote-unquote her testimony. It is her writing down the events of the past week and why she is going to need an extension on her essay. And it is because at the very beginning, a classmate and I'm not sure whether or not to say friend.
Nikita is questionably like
an associate.
A
classmate
and
an associate.
I think colleague, associate, bully, maybe likes her. That's never like, said in like the first game. Though I think they do get together in a latter game.
They do get together later.
I think they're in a poly with
Tabby. We'll get to Tabby later.
We'll get to Tabby. Okay. It's a furry game too. Okay, it's a queer Cthulhu furry game.
So Nikita finds a page.
Play this game.
Nikita finds a page of The King in Yellow and is immediately struck with the inspiration that she could write a award-winning essay about The King in Yellow.
Nikita is obsessed with like being the top student and being the school president, and she's obsessed. Hilariously obsessed. Anyway.
So she tasks Trixie, who isn't doing anything currently.
She's doing something. She's reading fanfic.
She was watching sheep fall over.
Sure. She was watching sheep fall over and reading
She tasks Trixie with going to Daffodil Lane because she can smell the pollen of daffodils on the page, and she is allergic to daffodils. Nikita is, that is. And rather than be mildly inconvenienced, she is tasking Trixie with going to do this. Trixie goes out there, recovers the king in yellow, gives it to Nikita.
Yep.
Nikita then proceeds to go insane,
Absolutely bonkers.
believing herself to have been contacted by the king and promised all of Carcosa.
Yes.
She then tries to summon the king in yellow and or travel to Carcosa, and Trixie has to stop her. While this is happening, Trixie is also just hanging out with, like, one of several characters.
Yes, one of quite a number of other characters that live in, like, the college town.
Yeah.
And, you know, bonding with them.
And they're all up to some sort of weird Lovecraft nonsense.
Yeah, all of them. And they're a joy to just go through each one. It's fun.
Yeah. Additionally, as the game is narrated by Trixie writing this down, it can be inconsistent.
Yes.
Occasionally, between playthroughs, Trixie will have details wrong.
And it was really fun to play the game a couple, like, we played every single route, and, like, to have her occasionally, and it's not like Digital Poppy making a mistake. It is a purposeful choice. Have details mixed up or missing or changed.
Like, at one point, you can't really see it, but on the table here is a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Nikita, like, at one point in time, grabs a pair of scissors off of Trixie's desk.
Yes.
There is a possibility that the game will instead replace the scissors with a knife.
Yes.
And
they're like craft scissors.
Yeah, they're craft
very
scissors.
Funny. They're not even normal scissors. They're craft scissors. But, like, yeah, in some playthroughs, it will replace the scissors with a knife.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a mistake. It is a purposeful little bit of Trixie not being completely correct, as she's just a witness writing down her account of what happened.
Over several days in which she was getting no sleep.
In which she was getting no sleep and being...
And was drunk at least once.
She was drunk at least once. Kind of low-key tormented by, like, the weird goings-on in the town, and with Nikita, and with Parsnip. Parsnip is another character who's just kind of kooky.
I was so tempted to put Parsnip on this list of games.
Parsnip was also a game in this world.
Yes.
And he's a character in the game.
Okay, where would we rank?
S.
Go
straight up. I don't care if that's controversial. Go play this game. It's on itch.io.
It's very good.
It's very good. It's made by a trans woman. It's got a trans main character. It's queer as fuck. It's just super fun.
Just about every character you meet is queer in some capacity.
Yes. It's super fun. I would love to see this game supported more.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
We now move into the kind of Mythos-inspired section.
I have a feeling there's another S tier coming up.
Bloodborne.
Enough said. I'm
S tier.
Obviously, yeah.
I love Bloodborne. I have beat Bloodborne. It is the only Souls-like game I have 100, like... I haven't 100%ed it.
But you've completed
but
it
I have actually
multiple
beat
times.
the game.
Yeah.
Yes. I started actually going back and just playing other builds because I thought it would be fun. Bloodborne is, like, definitely one of my top favorite games.
It's her crack.
As far as, like, feeling in, like, the mythos, it just goes...
It's steeped so...
Full hog in there. You know, you have...
It's its own thing, but it's completely drenched in the vibe and just inspired so much, you know?
You have, you know, monsters and truths that are hidden to you until you have accrued enough insight in order to see and witness them.
Yeah.
And those mechanics are actually, like, they will change depending on how much insight you have.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of wild, because to unlock the ability to level up, you need to have 1 insight. And that allows the doll character, who is where you level up from. You talk to the doll. That has her wake up.
Yeah.
And then she can level up your character. If you ever drop to 0 insight, she goes a nerd again. Until you get another insight.
Yes.
And that's wild to me. But, like, you know, you have these gods, or these godlike beings, and you have humans that become obsessed with seeking that divine power to, you know, heal themselves and become closer to, you know, being these quote perfect beings, gain that power for themselves. And you have that gets entangled into the religion of Yarnum, and the church becomes obsessed with the blood of these gods. It's, of course, like, you know, when you're dealing with like cosmic blood and like curses and deaths, you then have like people that turn into monsters. And it's so good.
It's really good. And there's been 1,000 video essays about why it's good and whatnot. We'd never even be able to like get into like all of it here, and we're not meant to, but like it's I have played a bit of it. I am not good at like Souls-like games. But like I love playing it. I haven't gotten past the first. No, I've gone past the first part. But like I have not been able to complete it. But it is fun and it's great and it's just so seeped, and I love hearing about it, and I love watching like Mantis play this game. It's wonderful.
Yes.
And 1,000 people have said it better than us, but, you know.
And it's getting a movie.
And it's getting a movie.
So excited for that. Okay, a series of games that I have played almost
so
exclusively.
I'm gonna shut my mouth. I have nothing to say on these guys, except for, I've played one of them.
Yeah.
The original Darkest Dungeon I've played.
Yeah. So, up next, Cultist Simulator.
Whee!
This is very much your... this is very much the quintessential Mythos inspired, but is not the Mythos. So, a game you're playing as a cultist, and you're encountering beings and ideas in your dreams that you can seek out and try to grasp at and do rituals to reach and empower, and, you know, can actually cause, like, apocalyptic events and whatnot. I am unfathomably bad at this game. So I've never actually gotten to see any of the cool stuff. But basically, like, you get, like, cards that go on, like, a table, and those cards kind of count down. You have to put, like, tokens on, like, the different cards. Like, you have a job, and that job gives you money, and that money can allow you to buy stuff for your rituals. However, that job also takes your time and energy and can kill your motivation because it's a job. And I'm not good at I was never good at balancing that, like, system. I'm not sure if I was just a bit too impatient or if I waited too long. I've never managed to get a game to last more than about, like, an hour. I never got very far. I think I, like, saw a door once. Would I recommend this game? Probably, if it's something that interests you. Do I think that it is, like, a high tier, you gotta play this game? No. I think I'd probably put this, like, low B tier.
Low B? Cool.
Darkest Dungeon 1.
Darkest Dungeon. What a fun but unforgiving game.
Yes.
I have never gotten very far in the first Darkest Dungeon. It is hard.
I have gotten all the way to, like, the final set of bosses with, like, basically knocking into the actual Darkest Dungeon's door. Never managed to beat the game, though.
That's okay.
As Motts mentioned, hard as nails game.
Hard as nails. It's fun though. It's a bit of team management, while also being just this very difficult combat dungeon crawler kind of game.
There are people that play this game on its hardest setting for fun.
Yeah.
And there are people that install mods to make the hardest setting even harder because they're that good at the game.
Because they put nails in a blender, blend it up, and then drink that for breakfast.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're that powerful.
Highly recommend if that is the kind of thing you're looking for. Bear Taffy has basically aced both Darkest Dungeons to the point that I'm pretty sure he could play them with his eyes closed. Would definitely recommend. At least if you do not want to play the game, checking his streams out. Would I or you recommend Darkest Dungeon on this tier list? Where would you rank it?
If you enjoy a good, challenging game that's just dripping with atmosphere, and it's unique, and I still had fun, but it was difficult as fuck. It was fun but difficult. I would put this a solid A or a solid B. B at the worst. A, I think I would probably lean on the A. I think Darkest Dungeon is a good game. It is very atmospheric. It's very much like you knocked on Cthulhu's door, Cthulhu answered. Now everyone's paying the price of that, and stuff. I think that's where I would put it, but you've played more of it. You are very... You love these games a lot. They are your crack.
I would definitely say A. I'd probably put the first game in kind of a low A.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it. I enjoy the kind of wacky team compositions that you can build in the first game. Just be it's everyone. Here's 4 Vestals.
Can you just an entire army of plague doctors?
Yep.
That's so fun.
That's a fun thing to do because sometimes you don't get to play around with certain abilities because some units are just better in certain positions. That actually leads us into the second game.
It had a sequel. They have wheels now.
Which I would also rank in A. I would actually rank Darkest Dungeon 2 as being better than Darkest Dungeon 1.
Mm-hmm.
And that may or may not be a controversial opinion.
I don't know, I haven't played
I enjoy the art style shift to be this kind of pseudo 3D, pseudo 2D.
Mm-hmm.
They are all 3D models.
But they're 2D stylized.
They're 2D stylized,
cool.
And they're very portrayed in a two-dimensional space.
Mm-mm.
The team compositions, I think, got a bit more interesting because you are now limited to one of every character.
That's interesting.
So while that is kind of disappointing, I can't do these wacky, 4 grave robbers that constantly rotate around, turning invisible, lunging at people, turning invisible, lunging at people, very silly. It then kind of forces you to have to think out party compositions.
Mm-mm.
And with the different routes, the different paths you can assign people at the start of the game, that can lead to some weird and interesting builds. I've never been great at the game. Either game, really. I've been good enough to get far. Mm-hmm. Darkest Dungeon 1 almost got to the end. But at a certain point in time, it is going to challenge just how good you are at the game. And I'm not quite at the level of being good enough to beat the final few chapters.
Yeah.
I think that's well established on the channel, given the number of heroes I've sent into a meat grinder. And the number of hours I've spent trying to beat this game.
Yeah.
There are expansions adding in stuff like the Crimson Court and, what was Dark Extension 1's Colors from Outer Space thing called? It was the Farmstead one.
Okay.
Those were interesting. Farmstead 1 didn't appeal as much. I liked how they started expanding and reintroducing ideas into Dark Extension 2 for the Kingdoms mode. And as far as like being kind of Mythos inspired there, the idea that this kind of rings for both games. The idea that the world exists with like this power that is constantly on like the fringe of civilization, just like on the edge. Like people would encounter this symbol, the Iron Crown, and they would attempt to decipher it and use it to gain power, and it would kill them because it's dangerous. It's Lovecraftian magic.
Cthulhu adjacent. It's gonna kill you for trying to figure it out.
And in Dark Extension 2, like, your character, the person you are playing as, did actually solve, quote-unquote, the equation, but it remained unfinished, and so you broke the world. You just literally broke everything by doing a math problem wrong.
Great job.
And, like, you are trying to fix what you caused.
I knew math was evil.
And so it becomes interesting, too, because then you have the events of Darkest Dungeon 2 are basically a endlessly looping series of events where you are holding this last flicker of hope, and the heroes are basically different fractured versions of the same like people that keep coming to you to try and save the world. And you keep getting them killed.
Yeah.
Because all that matters is you getting to the point where you can fix it. And that I find is very interesting and fun from a like Mythos direction. So I would definitely recommend. Would I recommend everyone play this? No, definitely not.
It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. If you have issues with characters dying, don't play this game. But if that's a fun romp for you, you like hard games, go for it.
Okay, Shadows over Loathing. The third game in the Loathing series. Starting with Kingdoms of Loathing, then West of Loathing, and now Shadows over Loathing. Shadows over Loathing is a very silly game.
Goofy. Very goofy.
That is
very silly.
It is about the idea of, like, eldritch horrors and cursed items, and your goal is to try and stop them, ideally. That's not a thing that you have to do. You could join them. That's an option. I really enjoyed Shadows over Loathing. There are so many things that I'm like, man, I wish that like I had done that better, or I wish I had known about that. The fact that I ended the game having the option to shoot basically Nyarlathotep in the face with a bullet of sapphic love.
Aww.
Chose not to so I could punch him in the face. Or, by technicality, shoot him with an ear of corn.
Oh.
Because I turned an ear of corn into a gun.
Oh, goody.
It's that kind of game.
It's that kind of game.
That won that fight, and then got sent to basically limbo because I didn't resolve a time paradox earlier in the game. And so I basically blinked out of time itself.
Oh no.
For all of eternity. And the fact that ending, I was just like, that is so funny and just feels right.
Yeah.
Like, for most people, I feel like that kind of ending would frustrate you and make you like, ah, man, that sucked. I'm gonna reload and go fix that. Like, no, that's canon.
She came down and bragged about it. She was so happy.
I would highly recommend people play Shadows over Loathing. I think it's very fun. The probably one critique I have is that it can feel a bit dry at times, where it's like, okay, I'm at this location, I gotta go do the thing again, and go, like, look around and go talk to people, and they're going to ask me to do some very stupid stuff, and, like, you know, it's when you get, like, you know, your third or fourth time in the game loop.
Right.
It can get, like, a little, dull. And, or, like, a little, like, okay, yeah, let's just keep going, I got places to be. I would put it in A tier.
Sounds good.
Up next, Sucker for Love. First Date.
Sucker for Love, First Date. Sucker for Love is a very fun franchise.
Yes.
It is a Lovecraftian dating sim.
Yep.
All of the fucking Mythos characters are now anime inspired, like,
they're now all anime girls.
They're all anime girls. And it's really fun. First Date has Lynetta, Esther, and Nyanthotep, or Auntie Nyan Nyan, who's kind of become a bit of a personal meme between me and Mantis. Yes. This is a fun game. The series is a fun series of games. If you like dating sims and you like wacky dating sims, I would say this is the franchise is kind of a must play if you like wacky dating sims.
Yes.
It's pretty high quality for wacky dating sims, and it's just fun. Like, yeah. The first game is a solid A or B for me. The one drawback is, like, if you don't like the protagonist.
If you don't like D, I got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
D doesn't shut up.
Yes. And, like, while I found it funny, it's fair that he gets on people's nerves because he's just horny and flirty and he doesn't have boundaries.
No.
And it's funny for the absurdity of it because it's fucking, like, Lovecraftian Cthulhu girls. It's still, like, a guy being, like, weird about getting a smooch.
Yeah.
Like, holding people hostage to get a smooch. It's still weird when you put it like that, and that's valid. It's like completely valid.
The idea that that a man's lust is more powerful than the literal concept of fear itself is hysterical.
It's so funny!
However, like, when you actually do, like, sit and, like, spend enough time with, like, D, this guy really needs to be slapped.
Yeah. I think I didn't think about it too much until the second game, because the second game takes itself so much more seriously. So then in retrospect, thinking about the first game, it's like, yeah. It's a little...
Speaking of the second game.
Yeah.
Second game, so much better in comparison.
Gosh. And again, I liked the first game. I thought the first game was fun. But the second game is really where it gets good.
Like, you're only dating one girl here, Roxanne, the Black Goat of the Woods. But the entire game is about making it so that she can love humans again.
Yes.
Like, the idea, because in the first game, like, you earn either, like, a red heart or a purple broken heart, depending on your actions.
Yes.
The idea of the second game there, which is actually a prequel, you start off with 3 broken hearts.
Yeah.
And then as, like, you progress, you actually turn them into red hearts because you are healing, Roxanne's faith in humanity.
Yes.
Because she is
broken.
She's so broken by a horribly abusive relationship. And it's really good, in my opinion.
It's so good, and the arc is so beautiful, and I love the characters. And the main character, you never see this in a dating sim. The main character is a ace lesbian. She is, and that's part of, like, the reason that this even works in the first place, because Roxanne is the black goat of the woods. She's arguably a lusty fertility goddess, like, or a goddess of motherhood and lust and whatnot. This doesn't affect our main character, but it affects everyone around her, and that's why a lot of the things are going on the way they are, is because, like, people are drawn to Roxanne.
For one reason or another.
For one reason or another. But it doesn't affect Stardust, our main character, because she's Ace.
Yes.
And there's also this scene where, like Stardust, it goes into detail about Stardust eating a fucking, like, raw
piece of meat,
and I've never felt more seen. I've never felt more seen. Anyway.
Accurate.
Anyway, it's really cool, and I really like that. I really like this game. I like this game a lot. Don't play
So I've got what might be some controversial thoughts. A tier. B tier.
I think that's fair.
I would like to say that the sole reason... Okay, there's actually two reasons, but the main reason that Sucker for Love Date to Die For gets demoted to A tier instead of S tier, because I would consider it an S tier game, is almost entirely due to the bad end, the quote-unquote truth end. Now, it has two true ends. Both of them are technically a true end.
It's confusing. We did a live stream on this if you want to check out.
The good end is to listen to Roxanne and go and enjoy Paradise.
Yes.
The quote truth end, the bad end, has you listen to Nyanthotep, at which you then break Roxanne's heart again.
You break her Roxanne's heart, you destroy the world.
You kill the entire planet and reveal that it was attached to the tree, which you knew about.
You knew that already.
Because that's how the woods work.
Yeah.
Anyway, that ending is so bad.
So bad, it is pointless. It is, like, we thought, like... It adds nothing. It adds nothing, and it feels so like we just needed another ending here. And the fact that it's called the truth end and is a plausible true end. The good end also says true end. It's what knocks it down for us.
And basically, I would consider Date to Die For always one category above First Date, which is why I'd knock First Date down into B tier.
I think First Date could be a B tier.
Yeah.
Like it's a high B tier for
I
sure.
would
Especially in comparison to all these
A,
guys.
high B.
Yeah, like solid, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
The last one in the Mythos Inspired category. Is the sequel to Testimony of Trixie Glimmersmith.
Yes, it is.
It's called Three Lesbians in a Barrow.
It has the best name in existence. Three Lesbians in a Barrow. It's another visual novel. I think Digital Poppy mostly does visual novels, but I could be wrong.
Digital Poppy does visual novels. It follows the events of the good end of Testimony.
Yes.
Because there are multiple endings. Nikita can die.
Yeah.
Trixie can't because she's narrating.
She has to write it down. She can't die.
But this follows
This is the good one.
This follows the good end, at which you snap Nikita out of it in some capacity.
In some way.
And the two of them escape, and it's later the same year.
Yes.
They are joined by another classmate of theirs, Tabby, who Trixie has a not-so-subtle crush on, and Nikita has a not-so-subtle rivalry with.
It's just another way of saying crush.
Yes. You actually play specifically as Tabby in this game, with the other two kind of playing support there. You go into a barrow which is like a tomb, for those that don't know what a barrow is.
Yep.
You go into a barrow as part of a school project.
Yeah.
They're researching stuff, and there's a cave-in.
Yep.
And Nikita gets trapped on one side of this barrow with Tabby and Trixie on the other side. Now, they can't leave to go get help because Tabby and Trixie are both trans women who are on, estrogen, and they physically cannot push open the door because it's too heavy. Nikita is also not athletic. She is a nerd, but between the three nerds, they might be able to open the door. That is literally the plot of the game.
The plot of the game is that these nerds, two of which are on estrogen, cannot, dig their way out fast. So they have to work together to get out because they are they got skinny arms.
They got weak nerd arms.
They got weak nerd arms. And they're struggling.
And you learn that in this barrow is this. This is the barrow that sealed this long dead necromancer, I believe.
Yeah, I believe a long dead necromancer.
And a person had one time tried, coming in here looking for some secret to immortality or some cure for a disease or something, and they died here.
Yeah.
You find their scattered pages in a barrow. They're dead.
They're dead, yeah. Mm-hmm.
This also has a couple different endings. We didn't get all of them.
We didn't get all the endings to this one.
There's actually...
There's quite a few ways you can do it, though.
There's quite a few ways you can do it. You can get different pages of lore passed to you by Nikita. But Nikita will only pass them to you if she feels that you are doing work.
Yeah.
So,
she doesn't want to feel like you're leaving her on the other side of the cave-in.
Yeah. So you have to juggle this stuff. And when you realize that you're in a supernatural location... Well, then you gotta, study and figure out how do we stop, the monster murdering Nikita.
Yes, exactly.
Nikita will be fine. She's not trapped there with the monster. The monster's trapped with Nikita.
Yes!
Eventually, obviously, you guys get out, one way or another.
Yes.
And the three head off into the sunset. I think possibly walking home because I don't think they got the bus.
I really
think the
doubt.
Bus left them.
I think the bus might have left them. I think they walked themselves all the way home. Probably somebody dragging Trixie.
Probably.
Well, she was probably just like, no, just leave me here.
I'm already in a barrow. Just leave me. Anyway, it's a great game.
It's really fun.
I don't think I would put it as high as Testimony.
I don't think I'd put it as high as Testimony. Solid A or B for me. It's super fun.
Yes. Very fun.
It's a fun visual novel. It is more concentrated than Testimony. Testimony has a lot of different things going on in it and much more... Well, it's not a dating sim. You get to pick somebody to hang out with in that fashion, so you get, two different stories going on. Three Lesbians concentrates a lot more on how do you want to spend your turns, so to speak. Do you want to read lore? Do you want to talk to people? Do you want to try to figure... There's a whole thing where Tabby can, try learning a spell to try to move the rocks. Do you want to do that? What do you want to do?
Actually, the spell isn't to move the rocks. It's to seal the monster.
Oh, it's to seal the monster. It's been a bit.
The monster that's getting ever closer.
To Nikita?
Yes.
It's much more how do you want to, what paths do you want to take on there? How do you want to handle the other two characters in your party, so to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun.
It's very fun. Okay, we're back after having some lunch.
Yes.
And we're moving into the vibes section.
The Mythos Vibes section. These are not Mythos games. They are not trying to be Mythos games, but it's very... with most of these, it's pretty clear there is inspiration that they are drawing from.
Yeah, at least to some
degree. Yeah.
Some might be to more degrees than others, but there's definitely either some inspiration that can be seen, or there's some themes that fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
First up, Alan Wake.
Alan Wake.
I think very much fits into that. Like, if there's no, like, direct inspiration from, like, the mythos, it definitely feels kind of in the same veins as it.
Yeah. Alan Wake and a lot of Remedy's games of recent take place in the same universe where it has its own rules and cosmic entities. I don't really want to say deities, but they are very, very otherworldly. They are very alien to humanity.
Yeah.
They don't have, which is very, very like Lovecraftian, very Cthulhu mythos, that idea that we are ants.
Yeah.
And Alan Wake, though, much more grounded in comparison to the wider one. We'll be getting to Control in a couple. It's very fun. I like Alan Wake a lot. I still need to finish the sequel, but it's been very fun so far.
My computer does not like the sequel.
That's the one problem, is that Mantis's computer, when we load up the sequel, goes...
Yeah.
And it won't run on mine, so...
on like low settings, it still like chugs.
Yeah. Chugs on low settings. But this isn't about that. This is about the original.
That's also why Alan Wake 2 is not on this list.
Yes. Damn, like, this is one of the older games. This and Amnesia. This is a very good game. Solidly one of the greats, right?
Yes.
As, like, mythos-wise is concerned, the idea, the lake drawing creators to it, and when creators make things, it kind of comes true, or just genuinely comes true in some fashion, or there's, like, some sort of a...
kind of can bend reality.
It can bend reality.
Or create reality.
And that touches upon a lot of, like, the vibes and whatnot. And it's very tasty. I do think this is a solid A, at least. At least a solid A.
I think
Alan.
I think I put it solidly in A tier as well.
Yes.
I definitely really enjoyed playing Alan Wake and watching you play Alan Wake. There's scenes that I'm like, okay, like, this might kind of drag, like, a little, or scenes that I'm like, okay, this was really good. Too bad we died, and so we had to go do it again.
I never found the gameplay loop too bad, though. There were some games where I've played and I've been like, oh, it's kind of like Alan Wake, but worse. This one I don't think was... the original, I don't think that was that bad. And when I say but worse, I'm not talking about In Sound Mind.
Yes.
Which has a level that's very clearly inspired by Alan Wake. Not talking about that. Other games I've played where I've been, oh, like, they're doing the flashlight thing. Anyway, Amnesia.
Amnesia, The Dark Descent.
Oh, this is a classic. This is a classic. This has got to be up there. Like, I still sometimes go back to, like, that opening. Like,
it has one of the best openings.
Yes.
Like, I think in gaming.
Yeah.
At least in like, our opinion.
Yeah, for sure. At least one of those that is ingrained into my brain, you know? Like, I choose to forget. It's good. And it's interesting that it starts as, like, your very standard horror fare where you're stuck in, like, a castle full of monsters and evil goo, and then you find out about, like, this greater story about other dimensions and archaeological digs and stuff, and uncles and shit.
Yes, and, power that is created through suffering.
Yes!
And very much fitting that to interact with the mythos requires one to betray some amount of their humanity.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that there is no good or bad to the magic system. It just is, and that is typically really not good for most people.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we going to put Amnesia? It's got to be A or S, I think. What do you think? What would you put
I
it?
actually would put it in B tier, personally.
Really? Okay.
And mostly because the reason I put it in B tier, and the reason it can't quite get to A or S for me,
Yeah.
is because it is one of, it is an old game.
Yes, it definitely has some of the old game problems. Not as bad as a lot of other older games.
Not as bad.
It definitely aged
but,
more gracefully, but...
There are still certain, sequences that are ingrained in my mind in not a good fashion. They're no, this was painful to get through, or trying to resolve this puzzle felt like a chore and not enjoyable.
Interesting. I might have more rose tinted glasses, which, fair nostalgia. I will concede a high B though. Definitely a high B.
Yes, I would concede a high B.
I mean, there's a reason every time something similar shows up, we just go, the water monster!
Yeah.
It's such a classic.
Everyone will immediately recognize the water monster.
The water monster. And
even if you're, in a sea of shoes.
Yeah!
It's the water monster.
It's the water monster. Yeah. Control.
Control. The sister game to Alan Wake.
Yes.
Finding out that Control is canon in Alan Wake and actually then has ripple effects into Alan Wake 2 and whatnot is really fun. So Control is very much your... Well, it's very much a SCP or a Men in Black sort of kind of styled. You are playing as Jesse Faden, the new... I'll put this in giant air quotes, new, because you sort of walked into the door.
You just sort of walked in!
Director of the Federal Bureau of Control.
You walked in and they were like, hey, you want a job? Here's a gun.
Here, have a magic gun. Oh, by the way, you're going to be fighting, a lot of people being possessed by an otherworldly entity. Have fun.
An otherworldly sound.
Otherworldly sound specific.
If you have always wanted to play a high-budget SCP game and are okay with it being it's a unique world with unique anomalies, this is the game for you. Control is exactly that.
Yes.
And it's good.
I love the world that Control explains and exposits, and how that explains then Alan Wake.
Yes.
The objects of power, the altered world events, and how that brings into this unique world that just sort of exists at the edge of your vision. Everyone can relate to some of the base concepts. You have, a ritual that you do that you might not consider a ritual in, the Call of Cthulhu sense. But,
it's not like lighting candles.
Yeah.
Or it might not be.
But, you always make sure to pat, yourself down before you go and leave for work. You make sure you have phone, wallet, keys, etc.
Your little habits, your little rituals.
Yes.
OCD people have been holding up the world, actually.
All the stuff on your desk has to be exactly aligned perfectly, and you just feel that is required.
Things that you feel just is right. The things you have to do because they feel right to do.
Yeah.
Or they help you.
And the idea that, for some things, not everyone, but some things, that little ritual, that little action, is actually preventing some bad thing from happening. if these arrangement of things on your desk is slightly off and it doesn't get corrected, well, suddenly, your desk starts attracting bad luck to it. And that bad luck obviously affects you negatively. Or maybe it causes some sort of weird occurrence, an electrical fire, which the desk is perfectly fine. Everyone's always encountered some weird little thing that they couldn't quite explain. And there's usually some explanation that's just like a coincidence, whatnot. Control plays with the idea that what if all of that had some actual explanation? And it's pretty much like energy from other dimensions kind of tapping just briefly into objects, locations, people, enough that they gain some sort of power.
I've mentioned a couple times on this list, insert game is Mantis's crack. This is another one of them. This is another one that Mantis is feverishly attached to.
Yes.
And I love it too.
I could talk at length about the ideas of Control.
She really could. She could talk for a long time. She could just info dump for hours about this game. And its lore and whatnot.
It's lore, the stuff that I've had to learn because it's had expansions I can't quite access. There was a whole DLC for Alan Wake 2 that was about Control. There's an entire spin-off game, FBC Firebreak, which did not do well. I'm really sad to say and hear that did not do well. I completely understand why it didn't do well, but
it's sad because I like the idea of expanding in a universe, but with games that are unique. Because I've always wanted more of that in franchises. You don't always have to make the same type of story or game or movie. You could make something within, say, the Star Wars universe, but it's a noir film or something. Or a game or something. You don't always have to do the same thing, just general, adventure thing. In this case, it be, action-packed mystery, horror, that kind of thing. You can do, in Firebreak, it was a battle royale?
It was a multiplayer PvE, player versus encounter, a game in which you have tasks you go and complete, and eventually, you complete a certain number of those tasks, you fight a big boss, and then you leave.
I see. So it's one of those.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I don't know if those have a name, but it's one of those.
I don't know if they have a proper name.
But, there's multiple ones, especially now, that have that.
I can think of plenty.
You do that.
I can think of plenty of games that are like that.
Yeah.
GTFO immediately comes to mind. The problem inherently is that Control is already a niche.
Yeah, Control's a niche.
And then trying to be okay.
Alan Wake's normal, but kind of niche normal, and then Control's a niche, and then you have Firebreak, which is
which has this unfortunate situation of now we're getting off topic, but Firebreak had the unfortunate situation of being okay, the people that were interested in Alan Wake and Control might look at Firebreak and go, oh, that's interesting. Oh, what's the gameplay like? I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah.
Which was me.
Yeah.
But the people that would be interested in that sort of gameplay are going to look at this and go, what? Because you kind of need Control as primer.
Yeah.
Or at least some basis in Control to understand, what's going on. It's frustrating for me personally.
She could go on. She really could go on. We could keep talking. We could bring up Control 2. It's going to be out soon. If you love Control, please support Remedy. So they can make more of these games. And if you haven't tried Control, please try it. It's really good. Anyway.
I would put Control in A tier with Alan Wake. And I would be really tempted to put it in S tier.
That's what actually I was leaning on, S tier. But
I would definitely say...
It should be your call.
Like,
yeah.
It has an S tier story.
Uh-huh.
With A tier gameplay.
I think that's valid.
Because there are, of course, like, you have some supernatural powers that you get from various items.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's a shooter.
It's otherwise a shooter, yeah.
And depending on how good you are at shooters, will greatly impact your ability to enjoy this game. And I'm not bad at shooters. I was able to beat the game. I could never 100% this game, though, because some of the bosses are so difficult, like famously difficult. And if you're a fan of Control, you know exactly which boss I'm talking about. It becomes very, very like difficult if you are not like right on like the ball 100% at the time. And so like I'm like, gameplay wise, I gotta put it at A tier.
I will, if it means anything, I'm bad at shooters. I am. And I really enjoyed this game. It's fair, though, to say there are goodly bosses that are very difficult, especially if you're not good at shooters. I'm worse. Mantis is fairly good. Not like the best, but, you know, way more functional than I am at shooters. Even I enjoyed this and enjoyed the gameplay, so, yeah.
As a tease,
Please
I'd like to say, really, Mott, people couldn't tell.
Yeah.
I tease.
I know.
Motts is actually really good at, you know, using a sniper rifle. This is not a meme. They're very
real.
good.
I'm good at sniping.
At sniping. It's the moment something gets within close range.
Yes. If I'm not given a sniper rifle or a rifle, and the moment things come into close range, which most things are given, you give a pistol or a shotgun in most shooter games. Like, I can't. It's much more difficult for me. But you give me a rifle or a sniper, especially a sniper, everybody else is fucked. Get out of my fucking way.
So, Mott.
Anyway.
Darkwood.
Oh.
This is a game for you here.
Yeah. Oh, Darkwood. Darkwood is so good. To me, Darkwood sits a little bit tentatively on this list, as I feel like it's much more folk mythology and whatnot than Lovecraft. However, there is quite a bit of Cthulhu-esque things about this game, especially that you get later on into it. The forest itself is so deeply, like, if it's not an inspiration, it's definitely in the vein. And it's delightful. It's delightfully dark fantasy. The opening is kind of straight out of, something you might find in a Lovecraft story, that waking up in an abandoned cabin where a mad doctor was, keeping people and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's also a very difficult game. The main mechanic of Darkwood is that you are in this forest that is just full of creatures and everyone is mad. It is like a dark Alice in Wonderland mad. And I mean dark. And I'm talking there's plenty of dark spins on Alice in Wonderland. We are talking very dark. And
both figuratively and literally speaking, the game is dark.
Yes. The main mechanic is that you can only see what's in front of you. And of course you can see better if you have lights and stuff. And during the day, you go around, you do quests, you talk to people, you get supplies. You get supplies for the night, in which you need to board up your house and defend your home from I wouldn't say the zombie hordes, but
the ensuing monsters.
The ensuing monsters that want to break in and kill you. Get traps and whatnot. And again, you can only see what's in front of you. There's a little field of view, and everything that's not in front of you gets obscured. It's scary. It's deliciously difficult and good. I finished it. It's a hard game, but it is delightful. I think it is delightfully dark. I mean, it's not like, oh yeah, I had a riot. It was so funny. No. This is a dark game that relishes in its dark fantasy and its horror. This is a horror game. And you're just in this very strange world that's like almost nightmare, like a dream, like a nightmare. It's good. It's good. It's also got a spooky wolf man that you get supplies from. We love spooky wolf man.
Yes.
It's good, man. This game is, I think it's gotta go A or B. Like, it's gotta go A or B, man. I know we're putting a lot of games in A, but like, it's just dripping with, the mechanics are good, it's dripping with atmosphere.
So you want me to put in an A?
I want you to put in A.
Okay.
If it's too difficult for you, maybe check out a Let's Player playing it. I know Markiplier did a Let's Play on Darkwood.
You watch someone else suffer for your amusement.
Exactly. I just, if you like like dark fairy tales with like a nice little, it kind of gets into like some Lovecraft stuff towards like the end. At least check it out. Anyway.
Don't Starve is next.
What a whimsical one.
Well, Don't Starve and Darkwood have a lot in common there, where, you're in this other world, there's monsters that come to get you, especially at night, and you spend the day trying to get resources to survive. And that's about where the similarities end.
I was about to say, there's a scale going on here from Don't Starve to Darkwood. How whimsical is your... How much whimsy do you have in your Survive the Night?
Yeah, Don't Starve's is, as Motts mentioned, a lot more whimsical. That doesn't mean it's inherently easier.
No. It is easier.
It is easier.
It doesn't mean it's inherently easier than,
Being whimsical does not make it easier.
Yeah, exactly. I die a lot in Don't Starve. But
ironically, never to starving.
Fun. Never to starvation, no. I do a pretty good job of not starving.
But anyway, it's a good game. It's got it's got a really fascinating lore that's still going to this day.
Oh my gosh, please check out Clay Studios like animations on Don't Starve. So cute and interesting, and I'm like, I really want to know what's like the story, what's going on. I wish, I almost wish it was a TV show. Like,
if there was a game here that needs to be a TV show,
yes,
it's Don't Starve.
Yes, genuinely. If you don't know about Clay Animations, Clay Entertainment's animations, thank you. Please go check them out. Their Don't Starve animations are great. Their Oxygen Not Included animations are super cute and fun.
They've got a couple other games that they also do animations for, but especially those two are the ones that get most of love and attention. Where would you rank Don't Starve?
It's got to be an A or B, right?
I'm thinking B.
Thinking B? B. That sounds good. Solidly good game. Solidly good game.
The reason I'd rank it in B would be very much due to the fact that a lot of the kind of intrigue on what's going on, the world, the backstory, all that stuff that would fit that fits that very Lovecraft itch is either locked behind your ability to progress very well into the main game, your ability to play it multiplayer.
Don't Starve Together, super fun.
Or your ability to access and understand the animations, which are separate from either game. And that, as a result, that's all great. But if you're a casual player, if you're not particularly great at
you'll never know if you're a casual player.
Yeah, if you're not particularly great at getting that deep, you are not gonna get there.
It's something you have to dig for, and it's a lot of there's no linearness to it. You know what I mean?
You could just sort of get screwed over and have to restart anyway. So,
is that Fade to Silence?
That is Fade to Silence, Mott.
This is going to be short. Fade to Silence should either go to D or F.
Oof.
Fade to Silence I have not finished. I hope to finish, or at least get a little bit farther in it. You know what, actually I'm going to say I maybe will finish. I said I hope to finish, and then was like, I don't know about that. Fade to Silence, there's an interesting idea going on.
You're in this kind of like apocalyptic or post-apocalyptic like world, and there's some like sort of entity that won't let you die.
If you know anything about me, I love post-apocalypses. One of my favorite genres is post-apocalypses, especially if it's a game. Oh, the amount of shit I've written that takes place in a post-apocalypse, insane. Anyway, this one it's interesting, and I think it's got interesting ideas, but the gameplay is not my thing. And it's very standard, but like parsing it sometimes has been not enjoyable. And playing it sometimes has been not enjoyable. The whole reason I haven't played it in a while, but I was liking some of the ideas in it, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess, like, to be fair, I'm like looking at it and I've placed Gibbous on a C, you know? Maybe I should put Fade to Silence on a C just because, like, the ideas of it are interesting. I just don't like the gameplay as much. And I think that there's things in there I would love to see in a... I want to be able to play. Maybe it's because we have it on PC. Maybe I feel like it would be a better game on a console.
Mayhaps.
I feel like if it was mapped to a console controller, and maybe I can play it on like your controller there.
Yeah,
like
it might be more enjoyable.
More enjoyable because like there's just some mechanics that just I can't seem to figure out. The map is one of them, and you never want to hear the map being a problem. You never want to hear I don't know where I am or how to get anywhere.
Oh boy.
Have you've been over my shoulder? Like what were your thoughts on Fade to Silence? Besides our annoying boyfriend.
Yeah, so
that's our joke.
The thing that I particularly remember the most about Fade to Silence was us constantly making a joke about the main antagonist of the game being this like crazy ex-boyfriend of the protagonist who won't catch a hint that you moved on like a year ago.
Oh, we didn't even talk about how it connects to the Cthulhu mythos or anything like that. It's just this like entity that's just whispering in your ear the whole time. And it's like, you'll die 1,000 deaths. I will make sure you are worthless, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's just in your ear the whole time. It's so unlikable. I wouldn't mind it if it was every once in a while or happens on story beats, but it's every time, and it's so frustrating. And maybe it should be a D, actually. I feel weird about it being lower than Gibbous, to be honest.
Okay, here's the thing. You did enjoy parts of Gibbous, though.
I did enjoy parts of Gibbous, and there's things I like about Fade to Silence. But it's like the concepts.
So I think it being D tier then makes sense.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay, Hollow Knight.
Hollow Knight.
Gotta talk about post-apocalypses that are better on controller. Hollow Knight, great game. Obviously I technically have finished, technically.
You technically finished it.
I've technically achieved some endings.
What a fun, interesting world.
Yes. I think it's a very good game. The world is very interesting. There are a couple of details that I'm like, I don't quite understand this thing or that thing. I'm sure that, perhaps those things would be better explained in like a lore video or by diving into like the wiki. But generally speaking, I have been able to understand just about everything that I have encountered. Very, very fascinating world and environment and backstory. And it's very good. It's very fun to play. There are only a couple times in which I was truly unhappy with dealing with something in the game. Soul Tyrant. Honestly, worst boss in the game. I'm not gonna lie.
So I've heard. I've finished this game. I haven't gotten past the beginning. I really enjoy it, though. Dripping with atmosphere. Quite an interesting, fun world. Yes.
And like one of the things that to me kind of separates a game in which you are going to die a lot or a sequence in which you're going to die a lot. You're not going to die a lot in Deltarune, but like unless you're particularly bad.
Unless you're trying to fight the knight.
Unless you're particularly bad at the controls, but when you get to like the bosses, the big bosses or the secret bosses, that's when you're going to encounter a lot more deaths. And for me, something marks itself as being inherently good game design if you can get through that without getting frustrated or disheartened. And like fighting the Roaring Knight for, a month and a half, I think, was very disheartening. But it took quite a while before I was annoyed at fighting the knight.
Yes.
And I've only encountered really getting annoyed at fighting a boss with the Soul Tyrant. All the others like, man, this guy sucks. And I go back at it.
Yeah. This guy sucks. Affectionate.
Yeah. The fact...
Soul Tyrant. No, this guy sucks.
Yes. And the fact that, like, I know that, to get, like, whatever the next ending is going to be, whether it's the final ending or just another ending in, like, the line, fighting, like, the Radiance, which happens immediately after fighting the Hollow Knight, is, like, going to be such, like, a endeavor. Even if, like, it's like, oh, yeah, the Radiance isn't actually super, like, doesn't have, like, a lot of health. The problem is that it's platforming the boss. All of the boss's attacks are platforming challenges. So, Hollow Knight, I would put pretty solidly in S tier.
Excellent.
It's a great game. It's got a great world. The vibes are immaculate. Okay, I'm on observation duty.
This is a series of games rather than a single game. Fun gimmick. I don't think it's all that interesting of a game, but I do have fun with it. The idea is you're kind of sitting FNAF style, looking for anomalies in kind of a horror I Spy game.
Yes.
Which is a fun idea.
Horror I Spy really needs to be more of a genre than FNAF.
I feel like Horror I Spy kind of became a bit of an indie horror genre for a little bit, but I don't really think it ever hit its quite full potential.
Yes, I would definitely agree with that. I find the franchise to be fairly fun. I think the lore is really interesting, but the fact
there is
lore. There's a whole bunch of lore.
That's interesting.
It's really hard to get, though, because most of it's random. Like, you can only access, like, things about, I think, dying to certain, like, enemies, or they just will have a random chance to occur after finishing, like, a level. So odds are you haven't seen, like, 90% of it, if ever. I know there's lore to the game, especially when it does give you little explanations on, like, a location. Like, there's some lore there, and you get, like, little snippets of the greater world lore. But it's so scattered. I could put this in C tier.
I think that's a comfortable place to put it. That's probably where I would put it, too.
And I don't think I would lose any sleep over putting it in C tier.
No. In Sound Mind.
We have not finished In Sound Mind. We are currently still playing through it.
We are almost finished with it. We have a Let's Play for In Sound Mind. So if you're interested, if anything we say interests you, please check that out. And please check the actual game out, because it is definitely a small niche game.
Yes. It has one of the most interesting concepts for, like, anything in a Mythos-like scenario. You are playing as a therapist.
You're a therapist. I think you need therapy.
I'm not sure if you're specifically a therapist or you're like a counselor. You're in that like space. Mm-hmm. You are talking to people that have traumas, and they're opening up to you, and you're trying to help them through those traumas. And then some sort of nonsense happened.
Something. Maybe it was aliens. Maybe it was Cthulhu. Maybe it was drugs. It was definitely something related to that. Maybe it was like it's 1,000. We have no idea what quite it is yet, because that's the mystery. It's the mystery of what happened to this town.
Yeah.
But something happened.
And you are trying to piece that together and to try and find a way to fix or stop it, while meanwhile this entity, which we learned to be named Agent Rainbow, is...
We called him, like, Haster for, like, the entire time, because he's completely dressed in yellow.
He's dressed in yellow.
Haster's the name of the king in yellow.
And he likes to torment you.
Yes. Anyway, he's Agent Rainbow.
Yeah, most of the things he does are typically to your detriment, but not exclusively. Like, he does give you clues, and, you know, will occasionally, like, open the door, like, for you after he's locked you in somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, he's throwing monsters at you. It's so interesting, and we've got some theories.
We have theories about
who he is, what he is, what's going on.
We're thinking Jungian shadow. That's what we're thinking.
And the deeper and deeper you go into this game, the more intriguing some of the things become as you learn these secrets of different people, but their connection getting closer and closer to what's actually happening. Like, you start off with just a person. Virginia's just a person. But, like...
who had trauma, you know, and was having to deal with that. We've just put in a bad situation.
But then Alan is a person that encountered this problem.
This supernatural phenomena. Whatever exactly it is.
But, like... he wasn't involved in it. He just happened into it.
He just tripped into it, so to speak. And then
Max is a driver for the
pharmaceutical company that's far more involved in the supernatural nonsense.
He happens to get involved just because he works
an employee,
for them.
Yeah.
And then the current one
we believe is the last one. I think we're in the last stretch of the game.
Lucas, right?
Lucas.
Lucas, he is a war veteran who has encountered this substance that the pharmaceutical company has been working with because it was deployed on a battlefield that he was in. And he has had this like kind of conspiracy board mindset trying to solve what it is for like years, and it's back. And it's in the forest that he, like, works in.
Yeah.
So, like, man's probably freaking out.
Lucas is having... just about everyone else, though. Everyone's having a bad time. Lucas is especially having a bad time. But you go through each of these levels learning about your patients and what happened to them, and everything is very dreamlike is a good word. We listen to tapes of them talking about their experiences. It's got shooter elements to it. It's a puzzle game. The learning curve is actually really well done. And the music is done by the Living Tombstone. No fucking joke.
Yeah.
My friend Mo recommended this game to me, and I think it's phenomenal. He used Alan Wake as a comparison to it, and it's definitely inspired by Alan Wake. I kind of think it's better than Alan Wake, personally. We haven't finished it, though. It's very colorful. I really liked this game. I really like this game so far. I think it's probably going to stick the landing, too, when we get there.
I would argue A tier.
I would argue either S or A. Like for sure. And in my opinion, I think it's better. I think it's high A. I think it's better than Alan, and I like Alan Wake a lot. When I put it higher than Control, I'm not sure. Because I would put Control higher than Alan Wake.
I don't think I could put it at S tier yet, because obviously we haven't seen the ending.
This might change if the ending is real good.
Yeah, real good or real bad.
Or real bad, it might,
Could go down to B.
I don't know. I think if the ending's real bad, depends on how real bad it is. I feel like it would go from high A to low A for me, but...
I'd also
it has to be really bad for me to put it in B, I think.
I'd also like to say that a problem that we regularly have is that Agent Rainbow will do a thing, and we'll miss it, because...
Oh yeah, that is a little bit of
you can just sort of look in any direction,
yeah.
Because you're just controlling the character.
Yeah.
And as a result, some things just sort of happen, and, like, in editing, I'll catch, like, 2 frames where you can see that Rainbow's cut like a wire.
It is really good when you do catch him doing things.
Yes.
It's like, you bitch! Like, yeah.
But as a result, there are some times in which it's like, oh, I kind of wish we actually got to see the work and effort that was put into this bit of animation.
Yeah.
And you can't just go back and see it again.
Yeah.
Kathy Rain, the
Kathy
first
Rain.
one.
Kathy Rain.
We can also do Kathy Rain's 1 and 2 together.
Let's do Kathy Rain 1 and 2 together. I would put them on different things, but let's put them together. I really do enjoy Kathy Rain. It's got weaknesses. I know I critiqued like the storyline for the first game a little bit because I didn't particularly like portrayals of abortion, I think it was particularly.
Yes.
Or at least I have opinions.
Everyone has opinions.
I'm a huge pro-choice person, so...
Yes.
I'm a very opinionated individual. But anyway, I really do find Kathy Rain, both 1 and 2, super fun. They are good point-and-click mystery games. Kathy is a fun protagonist who, she's not the best person always.
No, she definitely is not the best person.
We rag on her a bit sometimes.
Made a whole gag about listing out the various crimes that she does.
The crimes of Kathy Rain.
Because she will just go out of her way sometimes to commit, like, petty crimes.
But it's part of her personality, and I like that sets her apart from other characters in this kind of genre. It's fun. I love Eileen. I love Eileen so much I got mad, jokingly mad, at Kathy for whatever their breakup was at the beginning of Kathy Rain 2. I was just, obviously you fucked up, Kathy. You apologize to your girlfriend right the fuck now. I don't care if they're not canonically together. I don't care if canonically, Eileen's straight or something. I don't give a fuck. I ship it.
Yes.
Kathy was dating some guy. I don't give a fuck. I hope she gets back with Eileen. Anyway, but joking aside.
Bi people exist.
Kathy's bi, I think. Isn't she?
I don't know if she was ever
I don't know if she's canonically bi. She's bi in my heart. Fuck it. She's bi in my heart. Anyway,
Kathy Rain 2 has a lot more queer, stated notes.
Yeah.
Some of which are definitely handled better than others. Some of which I'm like, yeah, that's appropriate for the time period. I'm glad that it wasn't worse.
Yeah. I think Kathy Rain 2, better than Kathy Rain 1 in basically most if not all categories. Both pretty good. What are you thinking? CB? BA?
Yeah, I think Kathy Rain 2 for A, Kathy Rain 1 for B.
I agree, yeah. Good game. There's a lot of games on this list that I'm like, they're much more unknown, and I think you should check it out. Kathy Rain's one of them.
Yes.
Just a fun point and click, man. Good. And we haven't touched upon the Mythos-esque stuff. It's got its own Mythos universe.
It's hard to fully define Kathy Rain's Mythos because it does its own thing, of course.
Mm-hmm. It's got vibes.
It definitely has strong vibes that are Mythos-like, which is why it's on this list. However, attempting to abridge all of that lore would be a Like, this video's gonna be long enough already.
We're looking at a staggering amount of time already, but...
Yes. Attempting to explain that sort of eldritch horror it would take too long.
Yeah.
It's fascinating, though. Obviously, we've played both games.
We've played both games. If you want to check out for yourself and you know, see a little bit of the gameplay, if not, you can watch the whole thing, of course, and maybe check it out if you like it, you know.
Yes. Okay, this might be controversial to include.
She says.
But I have put in the list of Mythos-like games Mass Effect, the original trilogy.
This is so funny, but I'm going to defend her decision on this one. Because the Reapers are very much Lovecraft creatures.
They are a cosmic horror in the purest sense.
They are built to be a cosmic horror. They are a cosmic horror. That is the kind of... They are beings that... like live in a cycle of like growing life and then destroying it and then growing it again and then destroying it.
They farm the galaxy.
They farm the galaxy. You can't get more Cthulhu than that. To be perfectly honest, that's maybe more Lovecraft than Lovecraft ever got.
This is literally a thing that Nyarlathotep literally says at the end of Sucker for Love.
Yeah.
Expressly, that humans are cattle to them.
Mm-hmm.
And humans and the rest of the galaxy are cattle to the Reapers.
Yep.
Except that these cattle have decided to rebel and got a bunch of pointy sticks to stab them with.
Yes.
And, like, the games, of course, touch on that de-individualization, the idea of a person no longer being a person. You are now forcibly part of a collective. You are pulped down into just information. Starting all the way in the first game with, like, the Geth putting, like, humans on these giant spikes to make the husks, and that's a thing that the Reapers just, they repurpose bodies into monsters to fight the rest of the galaxy with. Is collectively... This is a collective.
Collective of 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. Is that a good Lovecraft-like game? I would argue good for the vibe. Now, whether or not I would recommend...
Yeah, like, because we're also... a lot of this is, like, our personal preferences, too.
Yeah.
Like, Mass Effect has a lot of problems. It's definitely, like, a cornerstone of my childhood, this story. It does have problems. It's, like, very pro-military. It's got issues in its own, like, story integrity. We all know how bad the third game is.
Oh, yes.
Famously bad third game. I've always hated how it treats humans versus how it treats every other alien race in the fucking galaxy.
Oh, God.
We could go on for a while because, like, it was one of our, like, touchstone childhood games. We loved this game.
To give you an idea about how much we love this game, and generally I and Motts too love BioWare games.
We do.
I had multiple times planned to go on huge, detailed rants about Mass Effect and BioWare lore.
Yeah.
That irks me. Now, as for ranking this game...
I'd
like to take a moment to say Mass Effect 1, I would put at, like, a B tier.
I was thinking the same.
Average.
Mass Effect 1, B.
Mass
Good
Effect
game,
2,
you know, but, like...
Has some problems.
Has problems,
but,
Mako.
you know, the Mako.
It has the Mako, which knocks it down a tier entirely.
Yeah, it has the Mako. The weapon system I'm not the biggest fan of. I like that there is no ammo.
Yeah.
But I don't like that. I don't like the cooldown mechanic. I find that kind of annoying. More than it is useful. There's the Mako. The Mako gets to be on the negatives list at least twice. Yeah. Everyone agrees.
Everyone agrees, yes.
Mass Effect 2, I would put at A tier.
I'd actually put Mass Effect 2 at S tier.
Oh, interesting.
Mass Effect 2 is the best one in the trilogy. If you had to pick one to play, you could only play one, play two.
Yeah.
It is Mass Effect the Suicide Squad is what it is.
Pretty much. The reason I can't...
It's all downhill from there.
Literally. The reason I can't quite put it at S tier despite being such a good game that I would just replay Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, if I replay any of the games, it's 2.
It is that there are a handful of characters, and the entire thing about Mass Effect 2 is the characters.
The characters, yeah.
There are a couple of characters I cannot stand.
Pat, pat.
There's additionally a couple of characters that are locked away behind DLC / premium editions.
Not great.
Not great.
It was a very common practice.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean
was
it was right, but you know. I think does the Legendary Edition.
Legendary
give
Edition
them
adds all of them in.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So if you really wanted to go play it, you know, you can get the Legendary Edition or something.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Play the indie games on this list before you play fucking EA game. Please.
Yeah, 100%.
Please don't.
Again, I'd like to say
fuck EA.
some of the characters, some of the plot lines, some of the details cause enough psychic damage to me, that you don't get to spend time with Legion.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
I'm gritting my teeth. You can't see it, but I'm gritting my teeth.
You can hopefully hear it.
The fact that you don't get to spend time with Legion really irks me. The fact that some characters get way more attention than others irks me. And naturally, because Mass Effect 3 exists, its existence drags the other two games down.
Its existence just tanks them.
Because Mass Effect 3 is the definition of F-tier game.
Yeah. The best scene in Mass Effect 3 is Warden's death, and that is it. And I will stand by that. That was the perfect conclusion to his character arc, and everything else in Mass Effect 3 sucks.
Yeah. I recently...
But there's plenty of very many videos on why Mass Effect 3 sucks. We don't need to go super into watched a person play through Mass Effect 3 for the first time, and I was just complaining to Motts constantly about design decisions, plot decisions, character decisions, all this stuff that's just somehow it managed to be worse than I was expecting. I was expecting it pretty bad. Well, rewatched in the way that, you've played this game, just going back to it, but from, an outsider perspective.
Yeah.
That's kind of
seeing some of the stuff that I didn't get to see.
She rambled every day. Positive, affectionately, I'd like to say. She was not affectionate towards this game. She was so angry.
Yeah.
There's a reason the third game is so hated. It goes against so much of what the other games built up. And for what?
For nothing.
And
it turned out to be for nothing. So as a whole, where would I rank it?
Solid C?
Yeah, it's gotta be between B and C.
Oh.
Because, if Mass Effects 1 and 2 are here, and Mass Effect 3 is here, the average is gonna be here. C tier?
I think C tier. Again, though, the cornerstone of our childhood. We have opinions.
Lamentum,
that's a fun game.
Another game we didn't finish.
Pixel art game. It's a pixel art game. It's one of those pixel art games, top down, that you're moving through kind of this scary mansion. You were here trying to help your wife, I think. Get free of the sickness. Turns out, the whole thing was
a ploy for Cthulhu. Obviously not actual Cthulhu, but it's some
off-brand.
some magic or demon or something. We never actually got to find out what it was because we didn't get to finish it.
Yeah.
It has a certain, especially old school, like Resident Evil vibe.
Yes.
Where,
Yes, it does.
You can
it really does.
only save using like bottles of ink.
Yeah, you have to collect them, and
You
then
only
use
got
them.
so many. So like every save space is sacred.
Genuinely should get back to this. It's cool. Like, the genuinely cool game. Like, BC for sure. Like,
I think I'd definitely put it in B tier.
yeah, like,
I would recommend.
I would
Momentum.
recommend this game. What is the next one?
Meridian 157.
Okay. I remember really enjoying this game, and it's a point and click puzzle game. Is it bad I don't remember what the story was, though?
That's alright. I don't remember much of this game either.
I do know it had some Mythos
To be fair, you were
elements
the one
to
playing it.
I was playing it, but you were there when I was playing it.
Yeah.
I remember there was like a science facility and stuff. It's a point and click. I know.
I think it's got like some maybe like Bermuda Triangle
Yeah,
sort of
something
vibes
like
too.
that.
Where like there's stuff that happens at this location.
It's got I think it's had like a tragic ending or something.
I think so.
I think so. I don't remember, actually. Maybe it's just because it's been years. I believe I played this years ago. And clearly it didn't have too much of an impact, but I do remember enjoying it. It was an enjoyable point-and-click puzzle game where you're going through, like, this facility and whatnot, and you're uncovering what happened. Like, yeah, I think, like, solid B or C. I recommend it, though. Like, if you like point-and-click games, I feel like C because I don't remember what the story was.
Story couldn't have been too superb.
The story, it couldn't have gotten such an impact if I don't remember it, but I remember enjoying it. I remember enjoying the puzzles and enjoying playing it, so that's what I remember about it, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, speaking of games that could be an entire video unto themselves.
Holy shit. And a little controversial to be on this list, except for Persona 3, I'll fight you on this one.
Yeah, no,
I argued Persona 4 shouldn't be on this list, but Persona 3 absolutely should be on this list. But
we will fight if you don't think that
we'll fight over it.
that these don't
We'll
belong.
brawl. Well, I'll brawl for 3. She'll brawl for 4.
Yes.
I'll watch her brawl for 4.
There are
A lot.
four different versions of Persona 3.
Persona 3,
FES,
Portable,
Reload. There's 4.
Yes, there's 4.
There's 4 different versions of Persona 3. I put down Portable because that's the one that we particularly played.
Yeah, we both played Portable. I've seen FES all the way through. One day I will play Reload. One day. Reload looks good, but I've played Portable both routes, and I've played. Well, we'll get to Persona 4 in a minute, but I've played a 4 all the way through.
Yeah.
And Persona 3, the Persona games in general, was like a hyperfixation for me for a while. 3 is, in my opinion, the most impactful. I will go to bat for this game. It is kind of wild, though, when you look into it, because the evokers, man.
I definitely, a lot of these things are kind of like, it's a bit hard to understand or to swallow at first. It will make sense if you give it the time to do so.
Yeah. Most people know about Persona 5, and Persona 5 is genuinely a lot, like, safer. I haven't finished 5, so...
I can't physically get into Persona 5 due to its first boss.
She would love to, but it's... The situation with the first boss in Persona 5 is too triggering for her.
Yes.
So, she will not play Persona 5. I have not finished it. It just didn't grab me as much, although I love the art. I love it. I think they did a fantastic job. It just hasn't
Great
grabbed
art
me.
style. Great, mechanics, from what I could see.
The mechanics are so good in 5, though. They're so much better than 3 and 4. But,
At least original 3 and 4.
Original 3 and 4.
I'm pretty sure they stole some of the Persona 5 mechanics for Reload.
That's what I heard. And presumably for the 4 remake, too. But I just couldn't get into it as much. One day I'll finish it. maybe it's also because, like, my Persona hyperfixation was waning at the time that 5 came out. Like, and 5 just was not able to reignite it.
Sorry, Chair-kun.
Sorry, Chair-kun! Anyway, Persona 3 is about death. And Persona 3 is very seeped in this theme of remember you will die, memento mori. And its main boss, it is exceptionally Lovecraftian in its scale, its scope, and its
concept.
Its concept. Mantis is a lot better at explaining Nyx in particular, which is the antagonist, in quotes, of Persona 3.
Nyx is an antagonist in the same sense that Azathoth is an antagonist. Nyx's existence breeds the world, but Nyx's existence also foretells its end. Nyx is beholden to the beliefs and reactions and feelings of humanity. And with enough humans being upset and despondent and angry with the world, that triggers Nyx to want to destroy it. And, like, that in itself is, like, the core conflict that you will kind of come to understand.
Yes.
Is that Nyx is a entity that does not care. Nyx only is responding to what is being told to her. And she is being told to destroy the Earth.
Yeah.
And obviously there's plenty of people on the Earth that don't want the Earth to die.
No.
You're one of them.
Yes.
The game is, trying to bring that, like, belief in humanity to the front to be able to stop Nyx before she can destroy the Earth.
Yep.
And, like, ultimately the game is about hope.
Yes, it is. It's
in
about
the face
hope.
of unrelenting death.
Unrelenting death, unrelenting doom.
A thing, because again it is about death, the final boss, like...
The Nyx Avatar.
The Nyx Avatar is literally this building of all of this energy, all of the thoughts and emotions of humanity pooled together, and their final form is death.
Yeah.
And even defeating death, the Nyx Avatar doesn't fall.
No.
Because you can't kill death.
No.
And no matter what, you were to do or try, the Nyx Avatar still calls on Nyx. Because you can't stop death, but you can give people a reason to live.
Exactly. Which
is the thesis of Persona 3. It's such a good game.
Yes. Oh, it's so good. It's memento mori. Remember you will die, but death does not mean that you have no reason to live.
Yes.
Live for the next day. Live for the people around you. Live. One day it'll be your last, but it's not today. And it's good. It's so good. Please play Persona 3.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, so like...
So like S tier, yeah. I don't care. S tier.
Like, I would probably put this low S tier.
Definitely low S tier. The rest of the games there, low S tier. But, like, good.
Persona 4.
I love Persona 4. It's probably the game I have the most gripes with of them, but, like, I do love it.
Persona 4 definitely has some issues.
Persona 4 has
Persona
some
3
of
has some issues.
Persona 3 has my favorite story. Persona 4 has my favorite characters. And its issues, there's some issues story-wise and stuff, but, like, I feel like my gripes with it can also be just sort of summarized, and this group is the group full of the most homophobic queers you've ever met.
Yep.
I love them to death, but could you guys? in high school. They're still figuring it out. One day they'll figure it out. Anyway.
One day they'll figure out that there aren't a straight among them.
There's not a straight among them, but...
If you disagree with that opinion, we will fight as well.
We'll fight you behind Denny's with pool noodles. I don't think there's a straight character in this game. That includes Adachi. But anyway, our headcanons aside.
Yes.
Fucking great game. It's got issues.
As far as it being kind of Mythos-like...
Yeah, what's your argument on it being Mythos-like? Because this one I probably wouldn't put on this list.
So, the reason I would put it on this list is because it's definitely one of those things one of those things you have to spend more time either looking into things or thinking about them. Mm-hmm. The TV world, the Arcana, is this backdrop of the consciousness of humanity. Mm-hmm.
The Midnight Channel.
Yeah, the Midnight Channel and whatnot.
Yeah.
That by itself is very...
Mythos Code.
Like, Mythos Code is very Dreamlands.
Dreamlands, yeah.
It's
definitely very Dreamlands.
It's unique in itself. It's interesting in its comparison to other similar materials. For me, though, is where we get into the dissection of character. Mm-hmm. You have... like, characters that... Amnesia is a very common trope in Persona.
Yeah.
If a character has amnesia, they probably have some sort of superpower. Like, 99% of the time. Like, Persona 4 is very much about identity.
Yes.
Like, that is, like, its core, like, theme. There is identity.
The public perception versus, like, who you actually are.
Yes. Mm-hmm. As it explores out in these concepts, what might be like your final boss if you don't get the true end, Amino Sagiri, is this monster that billows out smoke and fog that obscures and hides the world.
Amino Sagiri definitely has Mythos vibes to him, for sure.
And for me, I see Amino and I go like, that is just the veil. That is the thing that keeps you from seeing the world as it truly is.
Yeah.
It is a giant eyeball.
And it's a giant eyeball. Giant eyeball with smoke little
giant eyeball with a bunch of smoke cannons.
Little smoke cannons.
And like, I find that idea to be very interesting and inspiring when it comes to the mythos. This idea that there is or are entities that actively suppress your ability to see the world.
Yeah.
To keep you closed off, keep you small town.
Yeah.
A lot of Lovecraftian themes are very like seeing something that's bigger than you. And that makes, small towns both, the kind of safe space as well as a dangerous place if you're not from there.
Yeah.
If you're going to a small town, well, it's going to be full of fish people that jump like frogs. If I recall correctly.
I mean, a lot of that also was because Lovecraft was scared of anyone who was different.
Yes.
But yes, if we're not talking...
air conditioning.
And air conditioning.
And among other things, but...
Maybe even pretty colors. But the mythos itself, like the small town, it's remote and it has its own familiarity with itself, and you are a stranger in it. That kind of thing. Which, Inaba is a small town of which you are a stranger.
Yes.
I can see it. I still think it's definitely on, like, the edge there, but, like, what can I say? I love Persona 4, so, problems and all, warts and all.
I would put Persona 4 on B tier.
I think B tier for sure. Like, I think B tier is a solid place to put 4. Prey, this is a game you played.
Yes, this is a game I played.
You've talked about it a couple times to me.
Yes, Prey is an interesting game. It has a lot of those cosmic horror-like elements.
Yeah.
You have this species of creature that they find in space, and it has the dramatic ability to twist and alter itself into different shapes and forms and whatnot. And this becomes obviously a inherent danger. A coffee mug might murder you, as happens in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Right, because they're mimics.
Yeah, they're mimics.
That's fun.
The thing is that humanity can also use this technology, the DNA that they gather from these mimics, to be able to change the body. You can create skills that you can just you put in a little cartridge and you jam it in your eye, and boom, suddenly you know how to play the piano.
I don't think I'm jamming anything in my eye, so I can learn how to play an instrument.
But okay, it's that might seem like a bit too generic there. But you then get into thinking, well, who's to say that you just use it to learn things? Because you can also use it to alter your body. Why shouldn't you be able to turn into a coffee mug? Because it's just refitting the same power and information from these creatures for you. And then it gets into a dissection of what it means to be human. Because you, as your character, you've left recordings of yourself. But they're not just you record a tape. You scanned your brain into a robot. And that robot has your mind state from that month that you scanned it. And they don't like each other because you were having opinions and changing your mind about the state of the world as things were getting weirder on this station. Spoilers for the 10-plus-year-old game now.
Has it really been 10 years?
I'm pretty sure it's been 10 years.
Oh my gosh!
I can put on screen how long it's been, but spoilers for Prey.
Spoilers for Prey, as if we haven't given away spoilers for Endgame of quite a few of these games. But go for it.
The reveal that you, the entire time, have been playing a simulation, which is the first thing that you encounter, is that you are playing a simulation. The entire time you've been playing a simulation of a character who has been dead for a while. You are a recreation of that person using all of those stored memories and those various robots being kind of played back to you. You are recreated from that same alien material, and depending on your actions throughout the game will impact whether or not you kind of became human again or you are just another monster. Because, well, the Earth kind of got overrun. You lost. No matter what you did, you already lost.
Very fuel
and so, on the good end, it's kind of saying, okay, it's time to get back out there. We have a world to save. We gotta fix this problem. And we've never heard any. As far as I'm aware, there is no sequel currently in development. Very sad.
I don't think that's happening. Was it Bethesda that made Prey?
Bethesda produced it.
Bethesda produced it, so it didn't make it.
No. Why would Bethesda develop something original?
No. I remember Bethesda's name being attached to it, so I was going to be I don't think they're working on it.
Yes, Bethesda psychotically went after people with similar sounding names.
Why?
Did you miss the part where I said Bethesda psychotically went?
Yeah. Where would you put Prey?
I would consider Prey to be a good game with good, kind of Mythos-like elements. I would recommend it. I probably would not purchase it at full price if it is still being sold at full price. Mostly just due to the fact that it is a bit on the older side now.
Yeah.
As far as modern games are concerned, I would put this in B tier.
Scarlet Hollow, my goat.
Yes,
Scarlet Hollow, my goat. Just put in S tier. Enough said. We've played this game too many times. I argued that it maybe shouldn't be in this list because I'm not really sure if what they're doing is really Mythos adjacent, because it could easily be just folk like magic or demons, demonic
It's really
stuff.
hard
It's
to
really
tell.
hard to tell because we're not in the end game yet. It is a visual novel horror game that is an RPG in like the fact, like, I know that sounds crazy, but in the fact that the game is so different depending on your choices. Like, this is a game where choice actually matters, and I'm not saying that in like Mass Effect, popularize this idea. Choice actually matters. It's far matters more in Scarlet Hollow. There's no two gameplays that you will play alike for real. I'm not kidding you. Play this game. Check out our live streams.
Chapter 5 was, in total, because of how wide it is.
Yeah.
It's not particularly long. It's extremely wide.
But it's exceptionally wide.
Chapter 5 has, more words than the entire Lord of the Rings series?
The entire Lord of the Rings series, I
Like,
think,
all
including
of
The
it?
Hobbit or something.
Yeah.
More words. It's
that
chapter
wide.
5
Because they had to pull 4 chapters worth of decisions, condense them into something that could be a functional way for them to write the last 2 chapters that won't take 20 years.
the way chapter 5 ends has got to be studied. Oh my god. It's storytelling masterclass. Oh my fucking god. And it's not finished yet. We still got
not finished.
2 more chapters to go.
You have 2 more chapters.
And it's being worked on right now. It's a small indie team. Think of literally 2 people.
Basically 2 people.
Basically 2 people, of which it is lovingly illustrated, hand illustrated by one of them, I think. Unless it's both of them. I think it's just one of them.
Just one of them.
And I
think the other occasionally has done some work to kind of help speed things up, but
there is a whole ass Chitterbug on Scarlet Hollow. It was prior to chapter 5 being released. It has spoilers for chapter 4, but it's just a really good game. It's definitely on the lighter side of Mythos adjacent.
Yes.
Or it could be on the thicker side. It really depends on where they're going with what is the supernatural thing that's going on.
Yeah.
It could be very folky. It's so seeped in folk story that I think that is where it's going. Yeah. I think it is going to be more folk magic than it is going to be like Cthulhu. But,
at the same point in time, like, you then do get into semantics on
where
does one's begin, another end.
Yeah, but
But, like, it's a very good game. Mm-hmm. Both of us highly recommend it, obviously. Mm-hmm. We've recommended it multiple times.
I'm just imagining Digital Poppy looking at this lineup, because I just looked up and saw, like, Bloodborne, Hollow Knight, and Persona 3 next to Testimony, and I'm just imagining her just listening.
She might cry.
I guess the same thing for, like, the Black Tabby team seeing Scarlet Hollow right next to, like, giant.
They might cry.
Giant games. Simulacra.
Simulacra 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. We'll put them together.
Yeah, put them together. There are very few games that actively cause me so much anxiety and stress that I refuse to open them.
Ha!
Simulacra is one of them.
Simulacra is a really good game, both 1 and 2. But Mantis is freaked out by them. For fair reasons. It is a spooky...
I have seen them, but I refuse to play them.
So this one is far more, in my opinion. This is when I hear the words modern Call of Cthulhu, because that's a whole genre of the Call of Cthulhu game, is the modern side. Simulacra is, I think, the quintessential where you can go with, like, that kind of thing. It is the idea of there being an other being in your phone, in, like, the internet.
The idea that...
replacing you, copying like, you, learning from you.
Like, the idea of, like, the internet being full of bots.
Yeah.
And AI garbage. Mm-hmm. What if those bots and AI garbage gained sentience?
Yeah.
And then thought that they were a better you than you were?
Yes. and
That's basically what a simulacra
haunted
is.
you and drove you to insanity. There's a good early amount of these kinds of indie games playing with ghosts and Cthulhu and whatnot in technology, and I think it's great. Simulacra is one of the ones that I've played, and I really like it. I think 2 is better than 1, but they're both good, and I put them both in B tier.
Both B tier?
I think they're both B tier games. I think they're good. I'd recommend them. They spook Mantis. They're good.
Okay. Remnant. From the Ashes, I believe, is its full
I think
title.
it's Remnant from the Ashes.
Another game we haven't finished.
Yes, but we've both played
We've
and
both
enjoyed.
Played, both enjoyed.
I got stuck on one of the planets.
So it's like a post-apocalyptic Earth plus. Earth plus.
Earth plus.
Because there is this entity,
Plant entity.
this plant entity, that kind of came and destroyed everything.
Yep.
It, like, and you have a way of interacting with it that's kind of unique from other people, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
As a result, you are kind of able to fight it, and you can kind of work against it. Subvert it.
Build your little community out.
Yeah. And then you start going to these other worlds.
Yes.
That it has already, like, attacked and infected.
Because, because there's, like, this very interdimensional, but also it's a very magic apocalypse.
Yes.
Which really ties it well into it being very Cthulhu-like, very Mythos-like. Like, that's in between these worlds, these plants, these dimensions. You get to go to different planets, and that's really cool. That's really unique. I like that a lot. There's an amount that I feel like is a bit inspired by, like, Half-Life, but if Half-Life was, like, a lot longer. Gameplay-wise, it can be very repetitive. It's kind of Souls-like in, like, that difficult boss kind of way, but not really in most other things. I've seen it described as Souls-like, and I do agree in some aspects, but there's
a Souls-like game as per the genre.
As per the genre, but, like, I feel like where it differs is where its strengths are, personally.
Yeah.
I feel like it was received kind of midly, but at least well enough for it to get, like, a prequel and a sequel.
Yes.
Which we have not played either yet. It's kind of on the list. But I had fun, and I like post-apocalypses. This is a unique one. It's got unique lore. It's got unique story. Hate the desert planet. It's got unique places. You get to go off-world. That's insane. And then, like, there are also other, like, planets experiencing problems and apocalypses and stuff. It's cool.
Where would you rank Remnant?
B or C.
I think I'd put it in B as well.
Yeah. Song of Horror.
Song of Horror.
I've played a little bit of this game. You finished this game.
Yes.
And you did it on stream.
Yes. Song of Horror is a interesting game. It plays off of this idea of, like, imagine a hazard, an entity, a malevolence that infects and endangers the world through a song, through music, through even, like, a note. The smallest little bit of this song that you interact with marks you. And it has a certain, like, King in Yellow vibe of, if you are marked, you will die. Inevitably. There is no escape. This, however, is also its kind of biggest weakness.
Yeah. Because
its ending feels very anticlimactic. It feels very not good.
I sometimes have issues with indie horror games endings always feeling anticlimactic.
You go through all of this effort. You go down into, like, the depths. You are, like, going and pushing your way to seal off this entity, to seal off this song once and for all.
Yeah.
And not only is it fruitless, as often enough with like Lovecraftian cosmic horror stuff, it is often fruitless.
Yeah.
It lets you believe that you succeeded.
Okay.
And then it just sort of sets, oh, well, it's the start of the game. You're locked behind, like,
it's one of those.
Yeah. And, like, the fact that it then loops you back in on itself completely kills any enjoyment I have for its story. And it's already a game that is hard. There are a couple puzzles I legitimately just had to look up because they are so difficult to understand. And that's not good.
Loop games always fit into two categories for me. They either nailed it, or they really thought they nailed it.
Yes.
No, they didn't. Boy, did they think they were cooking. No, they weren't. It's like one or the other. It's either oh, that's juicy, or, oh no, why did you do that? Oh, this is not good. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
The thing is that, as a result, I'm like, I enjoyed enough of this game that, like, I can't put it at, like, D tier. But, like, there are parts of this game that are so bad. Like, this puzzle is just, you need a walkthrough.
Yeah.
Period. You need a walkthrough. The library, you need a walkthrough. I tried. I drew a map. I drew all of the details.
She did.
To try and understand where to go.
She showed it to me.
I still needed a walkthrough to understand where the hell I was going because of how badly telegraphed things were. It's dark. It's loud. If there was also the monster running around this room, it would be literally uninstall the game levels of unplayable. Like, that level of, this is not a good level.
Yeah.
And that's most of this level, is this library.
It sounds like it's going in C tier.
Yeah. It's going in C tier. I liked parts of it. I liked the core concepts, that there's this basic ancient evil that keeps killing off, like, everyone that's attached to it, and then, like, all it takes is a single person finding a sheet of music or hearing the tone, and it restarts all over again.
Yes.
Except for one girl who's just fine. She's just fine. No explanation. She's just fine. That might also be one of the reasons I'm a little salty. Last on the list, Whispers of a Machine.
Whispers of a Machine.
Not your typical Mythos-like game, I'd like to say.
Not your typical, but it's there, I think.
Yeah. Same developer as Kathy Rain.
Yes, but this one's a post-apocalypse with Norse roots.
I think yeah, Norse roots, Icelandic roots.
Icelandic roots, yeah. It's fun. We did a playthrough of this one too. We have a running gag about it because one of the puzzles that happens early on stumped us, even though there was a really obvious clue about it.
Yes.
We have a running gag.
All caps.
All caps.
Came an immediate running gag.
Yes. I like this game a lot.
Yeah, it's a good game. It has some interesting replayability because, like, you have nanobots, and those nanobots give you abilities based off of the way that you play the game.
Yeah,
if you play very aggressively, it gives you more aggressive, like, abilities. If you play more diplomatically, it gives you more diplomatic or, like, stealthy abilities.
Yes.
It's really interesting, and it being very centric around this idea of, the Whispers of a Machine is like this AI,
yeah,
which has been outlawed due to ending the world.
Due to ending the world the first time.
Pretty valid reason to
outlaw AI, yeah.
And we're talking like sentient AIs. We're not talking about slop.
No. Anytime AI is brought up in this conversation, it's about, like, sentient AIs, not slop.
We're talking about the Geth.
We're talking about the Geth. We're talking about GLaDOS. We're talking about Hal.
Yeah.
talking about Kane. But anyway.
But you have this AI that is been created, and it has like cultists, literally cultists,
praying to this.
You know, like they will like save us. They will help us. They'll rebirth the world better.
Fascinating idea.
Two of like those cultists, they actually just want to have a kid.
Yeah.
Joined up with the AI cult so that they could make them. They could 3D print them a baby, and then they could steal the baby.
They could steal the baby. Then 3D print a baby. There's like oddly baby-related, abortion-related things in Whispers of a Machine and Kathy Rain.
I feel like personal opinion, I feel like they were handled better in Whispers of a Machine.
They were handled better in Whispers of a Machine. Which is arguably more directly attached to it, too.
Yeah.
And maybe I just misinterpreted Kathy Rain that bad. Or maybe that's like, you know, not what they were trying to say, but it's how it came across. Maybe it's just the character's point of view and not the actual author's, because that's different. But anyway, Whispers of a Machine, like, so you have to decide whether or not you're taking this baby or if you're killing it, I believe.
Yeah, more or less.
Because, like, it's got the AI in it.
Yeah. It's interesting as, like, a concept. The world is fascinating to just sort of be dropped into.
Yeah.
And kind of sort out what's going on. Both of us obviously love mystery games. A number of these are mystery games. Shocker.
Yeah.
It's got a good mystery, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. It does. It does, and it's got good mechanics, and I think there were a couple parts that we had some issues with when it came to the gameplay, but I genuinely think they were a little bit like they were few and far between, I think.
Yeah.
I had fun. I have positive feelings about this game.
Yes. I'm A tier.
A or solid B, I feel like. What do you think? A? Want to put A? Let's do A. A right next to Kathy Rain 2.
Yeah. So, I mean, this...
I'm, like, looking at it. Yeah, I feel like this is solid.
Yeah. I feel like this is a pretty good representation of my thoughts and your thoughts.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
There's probably some things that might kind of shift up or down, like, a category based on the day.
Yeah. And then, like, you know, things might shift if, like, you know, say we finish in Sound Mind and we're just like, man, that ending, let's move it up or, you know, whatnot. I really doubt it could get knocked down because it would have to be really bad for it to get knocked down. But, like, you know, that kind of thing.
But, you know, it could.
It could. You never know.
It could get knocked down, Mott.
You never know. What were you gesturing to? I missed. Oh, yeah, it could get knocked down by a bad ending. It could get knocked down. Yeah.
By a optional, horribly built ending.
Oh, I feel bad for Date to Die For. Please, especially the indie games, because there's a couple of AAA games on here, or AA's. Yeah. Play the indie ones. Play the small ones.
They're often like $5.
They're often
if even that.
$5, $10, $15. I think the most expensive indie game on this list is In Sound Mind, I think.
Probably. Like $30 is probably at the point that you're going to encounter like the high-end indie games.
Yeah. These are, you know, give them a chance. If there's something on this list you haven't heard of, give it a chance. Like, especially if what we said piqued your interest. This was fun. I hope you guys had fun too. Like, of us just rattling for like... That's
3 hours.
Oh, God. That's what Chitterbug is, right? It's just us yapping incoherently for hours.
Not typically hours. It's typically less than an hour.
Typically, like, around an hour, but, like, you know...
This one's particularly long.
Oh my god.
We had to have lunch in the middle of it.
We had to have lunch in the middle of it. Maybe Mantis will carve it down. Maybe not. Maybe she'll just stick it the way it is.
Oh.
She carved down to make the Radio Apple one more, like, coherent, because there was a lot of me incoherently.
I could probably shave off maybe 10 minutes of this video.
Yeah. You think so?
Like, I don't... most of this is just us talking.
Yeah.
Though, so.
Us having a dialogue about, you know, our experience.
To be fair, there's like 41 games on the list, so I probably should have anticipated this would be a bit long.
feel free to let us know where you'd put things. If we missed something, if, like, you have, like, games and where you would put the games on, like, a favorite Lovecraft or Lovecraft adjacent chart based on how much you liked them and how much, like, they are in the theme.
Feel free to add, like, things like, oh, you should check out this game.
Yes! Oh my gosh, we love Recs. Please, yeah. Even if it takes us a while to get to them or we play them, like, personally or something, we love hearing suggestions. This was cool. I hope you guys had fun.
14 of the 41 games have been played on the channel.
Oh, wow!
In some capacity.
Oh, that's cool.
To give you an idea just how many games we've played on our own.
Yeah, for real. Anyway.
Why some of these games, like, oh, yeah. Like, some things are just kind of inherently difficult to share because, like, we've already seen them.
Yes. And now for an hour of me talking about Sinking City.
Next time, Motts.
Maybe. We'll see. Bye, all.
Hope you've enjoyed. If you sat through all of this in one sitting, good on you.
If you sat through all of this in one sitting, go get some food, go get some water. Yeah. Take care of yourself.
I hope you have a great rest of your day. See ya.
Bye.